3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that should be enough claps to sink it to.
Seems like fucking loads of claps.
All right. What the hell is this?
Oh, I don't know, man. Fucking spreading bullshit, whatever the cause. But the translation's been lost.
I fucked it up on our first video. On our first ever video episode, I fucked it up.
I'm pretty glad I didn't fuck it up, to be honest, because I fucked it up quite a bit.
But, shit.
Here we go. Look at this. You can see us.
Yeah,
maybe.
This is the problem, because now when I scramble...
maybe see us.
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows?
Now when I scramble to get all my shit together for this episode, it's visible. It's a real problem, because I forgot to get the
At least the
iPad
listeners now
ready.
know what I'm going through when you're just fumbling around looking for nonsense. Anyway, yeah,
I hope
maybe you
we're
can see us.
okay.
That would be really cool. I
Hopefully
think it
we're
looks
lit
fine,
okay.
right? My hair looks a
We
bit
are
shit.
huge on
Who
your
cares?
screen, for sure.
Hopefully people can't see it. That'd be great.
Everything sounds good, though, I think. Everything seems to be working.
Yeah.
Hi, we're Translation Lost.
Welcome.
We've been doing this a year, and we're finally in person.
Yeah.
In person
We
doing
did it. Now you can finally put the faces to those voices that you probably know personally in your day-to-day life. Oh.
What was
that
that
sounded
noise?
weird as fuck.
Also, I forgot to, turn it upside down, which you're supposed to do. So,
So what?
shit.
So what's gonna happen now? Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you doing this?
I'm turning it upside
For
down.
fuck's sake.
I'm turning it upside
Brian has a weird coffee in a can thing going at the moment.
Oh,
I
it's-
just went with the regular Monster as
all
always.
over my hand.
So, yeah, that's a thing. I don't know. How is it?
It tastes like the coffee that I drink every morning, but ice cold.
Ice cold, yeah.
Yeah. It's the same, instant coffee brand that I use as well.
That's ridiculous.
Because fuck real coffee.
How much was that
for
can?
losers.
Can I ask?
Oh, I don't even remember. It was
Too much, I bet.
Yeah, probably €2.
Yeah, too much.
Something.
Way too much.
It's like the size of a Red Bull.
Stupid.
I'm just gonna drink it quick though, because I've got a magic bag. So anyway, yeah, this is us.
Yeah, we made it.
I'm Brian.
Finally at the party.
I
I'm
can
Dara.
point at myself and say that now. Also, I don't have to constantly be like, yeah, when you're talking to let people know that I am listening.
That you're even just still in
Like
the
I can
room.
just sit here and be like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm finding it hard to look into the lens.
I'm trying not to, but I keep doing it anyway.
Well, I feel
I'd
like
rather not.
we're talking to you at home.
Well, no, I'm fucking talking to you, Brian. I don't give a shit about these people.
I feel like a newscaster.
No.
Are we gonna make some really hacky jokes? Some really
I'm pretty sure all our jokes are hacky jokes.
Oh, we might be way too. I don't know. I seem like I'm number 2.
You're number 2.
Okay, that's where I was going wrong.
It's
Usually
fine.
I'm number 1.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
I've always
It's
been
fine.
number 1. That got me right in the eye. Okay, anyway, we're Translation Lost. Don't let the very start of this episode fool you. Usually we're very professional. We watch foreign language movies
With no subtitles.
with no subtitles.
And we talk about what that was like. Usually it was pretty bad. This time it wasn't. But, we'll get back to that. Yeah, as we always do. Brian's left me fucking hanging again.
Yeah,
what are you even
because
doing?
usually
you
we
forgot
have...
to sign into the Gmail, didn't you?
No, I'm in the Gmail, but we usually have other emails that just aren't showing up right now.
Such as?
Such as someone sent us an email and told me about it, and it's not there now.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Well, I'm gonna let him try and fix that. And
Yeah, you explain what we do. You
I already
did.
fucking
You
did.
already did.
We watched foreign language movies with no subtitles, and it was Brian's idea, and it's usually pretty fucking annoying for me, but it's a good reason to see a friend on a Saturday.
I thought you liked this podcast, you son of a bitch.
I like doing the podcast, but I don't know, the films can be
tell
of
me about your
questionable
week. Tell me
taste.
about your week.
My
If
week.
I can just get it on the laptop.
Okay, right. My week, what did I do for my week? Mostly worked. I went to the gym with you quite a bit, which was dope.
A lot of gymming.
Yeah, love a good bit of gymming.
All gyms.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the gymming has been good. I watched some crazy stupid shit on Netflix and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
Today I watched, as per your request, most of the first season of Castlevania. It was really fucking cool.
I have also watched all of Castlevania, and
yeah.
I've just been itching to talk about it.
Yeah, and it's I can see why. It's very interesting.
Fucking good show.
Yeah, it was interesting. I mentioned it briefly to you in the car on the way here, but I started into it quite a while ago and forgot that I had until I went to watch it today. And I dropped off it because the first episode is very exposition-y, and I didn't like that. It was kind of grating on me. But as per your request, I decided to give it a second chance. And it's got so much going for it, that show. A load of really different aspects. The art is fucking incredible. That's like a big part of it for me. It's really beautiful looking. It also hates the Catholic Church, which same.
The problem is the Wi-Fi wasn't connected, so it wasn't loading in the new emails.
Okay, we did it.
Crisis averted.
Yeah, finally.
Sorry, usually I would have this sorted, but because
he wouldn't. Usually he would just not mention it and go about solving it while I just talk to myself.
They don't know that. He doesn't know that. They don't. She, he. We
don't discriminate. Whatever you want to be, it's fine, man.
It's 2018, Dara, you fucking bigot.
But yeah, Castlevania is really cool. It's a really weird format for a show. It's really strange because you told me when you recommended it to me that it was based off of a video game, and that made it a lot easier for me to get into because it does have. It feels like a video game. It feels like a series of cutscenes, where you're just not actually part of the actual fighting or whatever.
Yes.
It kind of reminds me of like Skyrim, which I've never played, but I've watched people play a little bit. Where you're like fumbling around, talking to people and learning their stories, and
it reminds me of the game Castlevania 3. Which is what it's based on.
Yeah, I figure. But
which I also played. I beat after watching the first season.
Just because
I was
out of curiosity.
I was like, I gotta see what it's an old NES game. It's fucking bullshit hard.
Yeah.
Oh, your light died.
Yeah, my light did die, but it still looks okay.
Yeah, now we just look very dark and
I
scary.
don't think we look that dark and scary. Whatever, it looks fine. That's disappointing though that my light died because that means I have to buy another battery for it, and they're like 16 quid.
Also, there is a dog going nuts outside now too.
Yeah, well, you know what? Look, for what it's worth, people at home, I insisted on cracking the window open for a little bit. First of all, because it's way too warm in here, as it always is in your gaff. Yeah. And this time, I don't have the option of just taking my shirt off because there's a camera, right? And also,
you could have worn a sleeve. You have a sleeveless shirt with you, I assume.
I don't think I do. I think I know, man. I barely remembered to bring a tracksuit bottom. Yeah, but there is a vest right over there. Whose vest is that?
That's probably my dad's.
Yeah, I'll wear it.
You could wear it.
I'll probably wear it.
Yeah.
We might get there. We'll see what happens.
Can't wait until I can wear a vest to the gym. As I said, it's a little bit iffy right now.
Yeah. There's like a transition period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to have to read the emails off the laptop.
That's fine.
Because the iPad just has decided to abandon me in my hour of need.
Well, you know what? Fuck Apple anyway, right?
This podcast is not sponsored by Apple.
No.
It's sponsored by the opposite of Apple.
Yeah. Pear.
We're starting our own company. Orange.
Pear was the fake. Do you ever watch Drake and Josh? Mm-hmm. And yeah, Drake and Josh was great. But then they made like iCarly and a bunch of other stuff. And it was the same guy, the same creator, and he basically made a bunch of new. You're an imbecile. He basically made a bunch of new shows based off of the same kind of formula as Drake and Josh, but he took all the wrong elements and made it like super fun and wacky. Yeah, I know you brought a cooler. We had like a 10-minute conversation before we started about the fact that you were bringing a cooler.
What's in my secret bag? It's beer.
It's wow. Who would have fucking thought? The alcoholic brought some drink. What is that? Oh, it's that thing. That's horrible.
That's a blood bag.
It's disgusting.
It's not really.
It's not good.
See, what happened was I was drinking and we were drinking this.
Spilling ice all over
yourself. It's okay. It's water, Dara. It'll dry up. It's like a candy fake blood bag. And for some reason, while drinking, after trying it a bunch, I thought it would be a good idea to just put it in the freezer. And it wasn't, because it just froze, and now it's inedible.
Wait, fucking, it was inedible as it was, for what it's worth. It was really disgusting. He gave me a little bit of it, and I didn't enjoy it at all.
Very, very syrupy.
Yeah, so I'm glad that it's gone forever. Have you spilt it on the thing? It looks like you have.
No, this is just an old bag.
Fair enough. Anyway, yeah, back to the fucking Drake and Josh thing, right?
Yes.
Your man then made a bunch of different shows, like iCarly and the Victorious one and stuff like that. And they all...
It's the guy who likes kids, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he took all the shittest parts of Drake and Josh, which was like the wacky, weird humor, and he made that like the whole basis of those
what's the
shows.
not shit part of Drake and Josh?
Man, Drake and Josh was fucking great. The not shit part of Drake and Josh
No,
is,
I
for
loved
example,
it.
the theme song.
The theme
Great
song
theme
written
song.
by Drake Bell's father.
Yeah. Oh, really?
I think so, yeah.
I thought it was written by Drake Bell.
No, it's written by like Nathan Bell or some like name
Interesting.
like that. So
Very
I assumed it
interesting.
was like his dad or
Drake
his...
Bell wrote the intro for iCarly, which coincidentally is the best thing about that show. And be so wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, that's the real bit about in that song was that it's all for real. I'm telling you just how I feel.
I don't remember that.
That was what that song really
I remember
made that song.
even as like a fucking 12-year-old watching that, I was like, there's no way they're affording that apartment. That's like a 3-story apartment. Get the fuck out of here. In like Seattle or somewhere.
That was an incredible apartment. My God. That was the biggest thing about those shows. I can't remember your man's name. I think it was like Dan Schneider or something who made all those shows.
Yeah.
But he, like...
Drake and
He
Josh's
just made
house.
you so envious of the sets, didn't he?
Yeah.
They had the coolest room, Drake and Josh.
He didn't do
fucking
Sweet
love
Life
that
of Zack
room.
and Cody. That was
No,
Disney.
that was a whole other thing. Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
I never got that either. Why did they live in the...
Why'd they live in the hotel? Because
Yeah.
their ma it was the lounge singer. She got a job as the singer in
alright,
the
yeah.
hotel. Yeah.
Um,
Pretty good. It was fine. So Sweet Life of Zack and Cody was fine. And then they did the Sweet Life on Deck. It was like, oh,
They're
this
on a
show
cruise
works.
ship.
Let's put it on a boat.
yeah.
It's
Like the same show, it's just on water.
Yeah, and they're both older and somehow worse at acting.
one of them got fatter.
Well, yeah.
one of them
yeah,
clearly
But
got-
that's what happens with twins a lot of the time, man.
Do you follow them on Twitter at all?
No.
They're both really funny now. And
Yeah.
like, really cool.
Yeah. One of them is in that...
Riverdale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oisin
He's,
loves him. Or maybe it's someone else.
That's
but
Dylan
Oisin
Sprouse.
loves someone
No, it's
from that
Cole
show.
Sprouse.
Cole?
Cole Sprouse is on that.
He's dark hair in it, too.
He's Jughead. The guy with
Oh,
the
yeah.
crown. Yeah.
That show
he's
is based off of fucking Archie,
Yeah.
which is so weird to me.
Sabrina is based off of...
I know.
Sabrina.
Yeah, that annoys me.
Salem is...
I haven't seen Sabrina. Have you? Have you seen any of
No,
it?
I'm not going to...
I loved Sabrina the
See,
Teenage Witch.
Riverdale is that show that my girlfriend watches.
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch
Yeah.
Riverdale. I don't
But
care.
I'm talking Sabrina, though.
I don't care.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch was
Because
a
it's not
great
going to be
show.
as good as the Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
And what's his name?
not
Salem
a
the
comedy.
Cat was a fucking great character.
Salem the Cat's in this and he doesn't
Fantastic
talk.
character.
He turns
Boo!
into
Fuck
a
that.
man. He turns into a
Fuck
man
that.
and then talk. A sexy man.
No, fuck that. The whole idea was that he was a sexy man,
Sorry.
but you never see him as a sexy man because he's been turned into a cat because he's evil. And that's great.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. He's just their evil house pet. That's hilarious.
No, he just decides to be a cat every now and again, I heard. in
That's
this show.
shit. Fuck that. Yeah.
Watch Castlevania instead. It's way better.
Yeah.
And The Office.
Yeah, it's really fucking good. Yeah.
I've been
Can't
watching a
remember
ton of
how
The
we got
Office.
onto the Drake and Josh thing. I feel like I had a point, but it's gone. But yeah,
You
no.
said that Castlevania was basically 2018's Drake and Josh.
Oh yeah, I
think that was
did.
your
I did.
statement.
Well, that was actually and those
Yeah.
those are my views exactly.
I
as
like
well.
the bit. I like the bit when Dracula, and he gets into a fight with the main character, but then he's like, "I'm sorry for fighting you, man.
Hug me, brother."
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's a good show. It's really weird. Like I said, the format of it is strange because
We had
it's
more
like,
stuff to talk about on Castlevania, though.
that's why I'm
definitely
going.
did.
I'm going.
we should go
I'm
back to
talking
it.
about that. Yeah, it's like
I thought you were moving on.
no. It's a good show. It's a weird format in terms of it's very kind of slow paced, and it is it is quite exposition heavy. Even in the later episodes in the season, but I'm only on season 1 and there's only 4 episodes, so I feel like they have a lot of information to cram in there.
I think season 2 is slow.
Yeah.
It's a slow show. It's not like, but every so often there's like bursts of action, and those bursts of action are like super compelling and really good.
Do you know what it actually reminds me of? Is this Batman DVD that I had when I was younger, called like Gotham Knight or some shit. Did you ever see that? It was like a series of short stories involving Batman, and it was kind of released as like a promo for The Dark Knight, but it was really good. One of the stories, my favorite one, was called I think it was something like, "Oh, you're not going to believe this," or some bullshit like this. But what it was a group of teenagers like who meet up in a skate park, and one of them is there on his own, and he's like, oh, where the hell were you guys? You're all late. And each of them tells a story about how they had seen Batman fighting a dude earlier that day. And that's why they were late. But in every story, Batman is totally different. And then one person will interrupt and be like, no, you got it all wrong. He's not like a robot man. He's an actual giant bat. And then it tells his story.
That sounds
and
really
it's like,
interesting.
It's all a fight against the same villain. But it's just a different version of Batman depending on what they
really
saw.
Cool.
It's really fucking good.
That's the thing they never explore too much, I find, in Batman.
Is like
what's it like from the point of view of just being a fucking dude on the street?
Just seeing this guy.
They're like, hey, you got to rob this bank, and you're standing outside the bank with a gun, like, oh Jesus. And then like you look up, and it's just fucking.
Yeah. It's a really good one. It's really good, but that again has that super weirdly detailed, almost anime-esque art style, but also very slow-moving. I was talking to Ushin about animation earlier, and I think the frames per second on Castlevania might be a little lower than the average show.
Yeah, they're low enough.
Yeah, but it's a pretty show. It looks really good. I really enjoy it.
The subtle references to like the actual video game are really cool. The Cyclops that he fights is like a boss.
Yeah,
and you have to hit it in the eye.
That's a really cool fight, and it's a cool idea. I like that a lot.
And it looks 1-to-1 how he looks in the little sprite in the game. It's really cool.
Yeah, that was pretty dope. I really like that character who fights him as well. Trevor Belmont is his name. He is so well designed. He's got that fucking dope ass cloak that he's wearing for most of it.
Just really quick.
That is it exactly.
Gotham Knight is an anthology with 6 different stories, but it seems like it's got some Japanese involvement in some of it.
Oh yeah, that wouldn't really surprise me, to be honest, because some of the stories are more anime-esque than others.
All of the directors are Japanese men.
Oh really?
Or Japanese people, assumedly men.
But it gets interesting. There's some there's some good stories in there. I'm probably going to check that out. Enjoy. Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Oh, we have 3 emails this week. That's crazy.
No, we're blowing up in popularity, lads. Now you can see our faces and all. You can see us react to your emails, to your words.
Yeah, Castlevania is really good. I would say continue watching it, and we'll talk about it when you're done.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna. This is one I'm actually gonna stick with. It's I'm liking it.
Tell me when you hit. There's a character called Isaac.
Okay.
Tell me when he shows up. He's my favorite.
I will. So far, Trevor Belmont is my favorite because of that design. It's this big, fluffy. Like it's like the hood on his cloak.
He loses that.
I know. I've seen that bit.
Yeah,
which is sad. But but for the first like 2 episodes he's in, he's basically, and it gives his character so much more size. But he's also like noticeably weighed down by it, which I really like. Just the anatomy of the characters is very realistic. They move in such a real way. I don't know. And the humor is really soft and subtle. And it's almost blink if you miss, and you'll miss it with some of the jokes. But I really do like it. I think it's pretty clever. I'm a big fan.
How far? You were on episode 4.
How
far into episode 4 did you get?
Halfway.
What's the last thing that you remember happening?
They go down into the basement thing, and they find your man.
And they haven't done anything.
No, they woke your man. And then I'm not going to say exactly what happens because it's a little bit of a spoiler. So I'm going to leave it. It's the last episode in the first season.
Has the fight happened?
I'm not giving that
away.
No.
Okay, well then.
No. So I will tell you my full thoughts on it when I come back.
I tell you what we'll do. Maybe next week or like next fortnight. Yeah. We'll do a proper. Maybe at the end of an episode, we'll just have a discussion about Castlevania.
Yeah. That'd be sick.
That'd be a spoiler cast, if you will.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do that then.
Nice.
Anything else from your week?
Let me see. I don't think so. I don't think so. No.
Okay.
We've been doing some recording, just good crap.
Yeah. We've
been recording some music,
recording songs and stuff.
Yeah.
Which are they anywhere? I don't think they're anywhere.
They're nowhere.
Yeah.
No, they don't exist yet. But they're all like we've recorded 2 demos for the one song.
I like how we've been hinting.
Both of them
we've been hinting at projects for like so long, and now we do like we were actually like not finished, but like we've done tangible work on a project and didn't hint about it at all. And immediately after, we're like, oh yeah, we recorded some music.
Yeah, but it's
that's supposed to imply that that's not the project we've been hinting at.
No, it is not. But it is something. It's something that's coming.
It is something. Yeah.
So yeah, we've recorded 2 demos for the one song. I believe that each of them has been significantly better than the last. We're getting we're getting closer and closer to
it's just slightly
perfection.
behind.
Just so everyone knows, this is the Dick bottle opener that I got him for his from Spain.
Copyright strike this.
That's my fucking favorite so far.
Copyright strike? Or
I should have brought the weird little Japanese doll thing. I still have the cat one, by the way. I still haven't gotten to give it away. I'm gonna have to do that.
What cat thing?
The weird cat lady thing that you got me from Japan.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah,
the titty lady.
Yeah, that one's like disassembled in my room somewhere. It's like thrown
the other
on my
one's
desk.
fine.
The other one's fine. It's not. It's still weird.
It's
but
cute.
It's fine.
It reminds me of Perfect Blue.
Yeah, same, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's kind of sweet.
But the other one just is straight up just tits out like.
Tits out like fully
And I was
out,
really annoyed because I was trying to
removable
find.
back of its skirt.
I was trying to find more tits out stuff, and I couldn't. So the next time I go to Japan, I'll come back with something even weirder for you.
Thank you very much. Can't wait.
Yeah.
So how was your week, Brian?
My week was really good. I recorded some music. I went to the gym.
What?
I watched Castlevania.
Wow.
It's almost like we are the same person.
It's almost like we have seen each other like every 2 days for the past fortnight.
But yeah, no, I've been hanging out. I've been playing. I finished Red Dead. I finished the main story in Red Dead. That's my game of the year for sure.
For absolute chorsies now.
For absolute chorsies.
No takebacks.
No takebacks. That's my game of the year. Might be my game of the generation.
Might
might be my favorite game that I've ever played. That's iffy because you never really know what your favorite something is. Like, do you know what your like actual favorite movie is? 100%.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it changes very frequently.
It changes all the time.
Yeah.
Depending on what I watched last.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right now, I now pretend to Chuck and Larry. Whatever movie I watch, it's always my favorite movie. Gantz.
Yes,
Gantz Zero.
That is actually true. He's making a joke, but it's true.
It's not true. I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry as nobody's favorite movie. And if it is, you're a fucking scumbag.
I bet it's Adam Sandler's favorite movie because he got to feel your one's tits.
Did he?
Yeah. Who's your one? What's your one in it? Jessica Biel. Is that her? It is.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he was pretending to be gay.
Yeah, that scene did things when I was a child.
Ugh.
That was like
oof. That movie is the fucking worst.
Yeah, it's not good. But we've discussed it on this before. It's a bad movie. Don't watch it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's not get into that right now.
Leave it behind.
He's got some more movies coming out on Netflix. He signed
he
signed a big contract with them. That'll be fun.
That's some shit we could talk about. Fucking. Sorry, I know we were in the middle of your week.
Oh,
we'll get back
cool.
to it.
My week's pretty much the same as yours.
So, fucking...
Actually, really quick, I'll finish my week now, and then we get into Red Dead Redemption's my favorite game. And I played a good bit of Hitman 2 as well, and that's also really good. It's Hitman 1. But
I'm excited to see that.
It's Hitman 1, but with new levels. That's literally it. And that's fine. That's all I wanted.
Yeah, Hitman it seems like good crack.
Oh, it is. That game's really funny as well. Like, low-key funny.
Yeah.
There's, like, jokes in there that are really good. Hitman just, like I said, ending up on, like, the podium of the winning podium of a race that I wasn't in. Just because I knocked a guy out and stole his clothes. Who is a famous guy with posters up everywhere. And people don't seem to notice that it's not him. I'm shaking the table really hard. This King Crimson's going nuts over here.
Don't worry about it.
Just making sure everything's framed up.
Yeah, everything's fine. Don't worry. I'm checking in every now and then. So what else is what else that I want to talk about?
You were going to talk something.
I was
going to
talk
say
about something. I think it was something to do with.
You should.
I've been watching loads of Mr. Gigi videos, like an insane amount of Mr. Gigi videos. I cannot stop.
He's really good.
He's so fucking funny.
He's only 24.
I know, man. Yeah. I know. He's so good. He's hilarious.
He's fucking best.
It started just because I wanted to watch all those fucking Predator Chronicle videos, and they're great.
Yes.
I watched them all, and they're fantastic. But he's got loads of other content, and it's all good. It's all really funny.
Yeah.
I watched a video yesterday where he has an entire series that is basically just picking apart all these life hack videos, and it is
I haven't
hilarious.
watched any of those.
Man.
And I know I have to. Like, we should watch them tonight.
Yeah, we should. For real.
For
like,
sure.
They're gas. They're really, really funny.
I have a YouTuber to show you.
Oh, yeah?
And also wanted to say out loud on the podcast because I think more people need to watch him.
Okay.
Drew Gooden.
Okay.
I showed you his video about how Vin Diesel is a weird baby man.
That's a great video.
That dude's
That's a really good
hilarious.
video. Yeah.
He started on Vine.
Oh, yeah?
Of all play, yeah, he had a famous Vine where
that's a proper long video that he did. Like,
he came off Vine and like now
like
he's
a video
YouTuber
essay.
and he's really funny.
Yeah.
But he did that Vine where he's like driving in his car and he's pointing the camera out the window and it says roadworks ahead.
Yeah.
And he's like,
I sure hope it does.
Roadworks ahead. I sure hope it does.
Yeah,
and that, but his fucking YouTube videos are so funny.
Yeah.
He's like hilarious.
That Vin Diesel one is pretty sweet. Yeah, I really like that one.
We should watch a couple of his tonight too. Why not? We've tons of time.
Yeah. Oh, man. I was talking to Ocean about this earlier today as well. Do you know what else I did this week? In fact, I did it last night. I listened to a podcast about, it was just on Batman. It's a podcast called Do Go On, which is an Australian podcast. It's like linked up with
you an Australian podcast.
You see, they're friends with the Weekly Planet people. Because the Weekly Planet, I love that podcast, and they now have a
Sunday Movies on YouTube.
Yeah,
check them out too.
Yeah,
they're really
fucking great videos.
This is just now our YouTube recommendation podcast.
Turn off the video you're currently watching on YouTube.
Go
find these
Mr.
other people.
Sunday Movies.
Yeah, no, he's got him and his wife run this podcasting network. Go On is one of the podcasts on it.
How do we get on it?
Oh man, well, be Australian.
Let's move to Australia. Let's do it.
But the fucking this podcast Do Go On. It's every week. There's 3 people on it: Matt, Jess, and Dave. And every week, one of them presents a topic and talks about it and does an essay to the others. Yeah. But they got Nick Mason in to do a special guest episode on Batman. So I listened to that.
Yeah.
And he told I've vaguely known it for a long time, but he told in like much more detail the truly tragic tale of Bill Finger. Do you know Bill Finger? That is heartbreaking, Brian.
Who's Bill Finger?
No one knows. No one knows poor Bill Finger. Bill Finger, right? So,
is he a real guy or is he a character?
He's a real guy.
Okay.
First of all, who invented Batman?
Bob Kane. Bill Finger.
Bob Kane invented the name Batman. He drew an awful sketch of a character. He brought it to his friend Bill Finger, and Bill Finger said, "Yeah, I think you're onto something, but make the costume grey and black, give him a big long cape, give him a cowl with bat ears, put the logo there in the middle. Oh, he should probably have a tragic backstory, like both his parents getting shot by a mugger. Just, he did everything else."
Okay.
And it was only... This all happened in the 30s. And then he continued writing for Batman for like 30 or so years, was never credited, never got his name printed on it ever.
Did he ever get money for it?
No,
least?
God, no. He's dead.
Christ.
By the time he finally got the recognition that he was due, it was way too late. He was dead a long time. It was only Batman vs Superman is the first DC project ever that says Batman created by Bob Kane with Bill Finger.
That's so sad.
It's fucking heartbreaking, man. It's really sad.
So
it's
Bob
a great
Kane,
podcast. It's really interesting. If you want to listen to it, do go on.
I don't know if I should say it right now. It might be insensitive.
Hit me.
Kind of did a Stan Lee on it.
Oh.
Where he walked into the room and said, "Batman," and then someone else figured it all out.
Figured everything else out. We should talk about that, I guess.
Rest in peace, Stan Lee.
Rest in peace, Stan Lee.
Yeah. You never impacted me in any way, really, creatively. I was always creative outside of his influence.
Yeah, same. He didn't really influence me. I mean, I liked him as a guy.
I thought he was Spider-Man's cool. I've never been a comic guy, so I don't like...
Stan Lee is just a funny guy.
He is a funny guy.
He has some dynamite quotes.
I will say,
years.
on the odd time, on like a lazy Sunday when I do watch a Marvel movie, I'm gonna miss his little cameos. They're always fun.
He pre-recorded like 9 of those or something before he died.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna be getting those for a while. Fucking.
Okay.
What was the other thing I was going to say?
Well, then I'm not going to
Stan Lee. Do you want to know my favorite Stan Lee quote of all time?
What's your favorite Stan Lee quote?
My favorite Stan Lee quote. Spider-Man. Imagine a man. It's so someone
Let's just start stealing jokes.
someone says to him, "Oh, Stan, do you think?"
Turn that light on, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a red switch on it. I was just thinking because I know it's a bit late now to be fucking with the lighting, but. Oh, it's not plugged in
It's not
because
plugged
I had
in.
to plug in the other thing.
Glad
Never
we
mind.
took some time out for that. Thanks,
Sorry.
Brian.
So Stan Lee's dead.
Yeah, Stan Lee's dead. My favorite quote from Stan Lee is someone asked him, Stan, do you think that webcomics will ever outdate printed comics altogether? And Stan's response was,
you could move
comics are a lot like boobs. They look great on a screen, but I'd rather hold one in my hand.
Yeah, all right.
Isn't that a dynamite quote?
That's good.
A fantastic quote. Yeah. So,
All right, now
gotta
I'm
give it
actually-
to
now
him.
I'm sad.
Yeah, what a sad man. We watched that dope video last week of him just ripping the piss out of, was it Todd McFarlane?
Yes.
And Seth, it was Steve Ditko?
It was
No. Was it Steve Ditko? It might have been.
It was Steve Ditko and it was Rob Liefeld.
Right, Rob Liefeld. Yeah, that's it.
Who is fucking awful.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's just ripping the shit out of him.
Yeah, he made him draw feet, which he can't do.
Oh,
it was hilarious.
fucking so funny.
It was fucking brilliant.
He and you know that Stan Lee knows exactly what he's doing because he's like, and don't forget the feet. Draw those feet,
He's
and then
pointing at them.
he draws like two little squares.
Yeah, oh, it looked so shit. And the character, basically what they were doing was they were designing a character, but they only had 20 minutes to do it. And Stan gave them 20 minutes to do it. And he was just picking apart the character as they designed it. Like he had, like it was in the 90s, so he had like huge.
When does he
shoulder
take all this
blades.
shit off?
Yeah, he's like, how long does it? You know, he sees trouble in the distance. He goes to spring into action. An hour and a half later, he comes out with his costume on, and everything's destroyed. Yeah, so Stanley, he was a fucking funny guy.
Stanley draw.
No,
he was a writer. He was
that
a
was
writer.
actually a big part of the controversy.
Who
was that,
designed Spider-Man?
don't ask me that.
That sucks.
It might be Jack Kirby, but I could be very wrong.
'Cause that's
Jack Kirby is the guy who Stan Lee notoriously stole a load of credit from.
Okay.
So we'll touch on that briefly. Yes, that is a thing, but also Stan Lee was a pretty cool dude.
Yeah.
So it's
He made
sad
fun
that
of
he-
Rob
it's a
Liefeld
little
to his
sad that he's
face
dead.
on video.
Yeah, it's a little sad that he's dead, but he was also 95, and
Yeah.
people have to die.
Yeah.
There's not enough of. There's too many of us. There's not enough room. For all of
95
us.
is a good age.
Great.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
If I die at 95, no one be sad.
No, definitely
Everyone be like,
not.
holy shit, like, was he
No,
okay?
actually, if I die at 95, if I live to 95, be sad that I'm still here. Please. I want
No,
to die earlier than
I
that.
never want to die.
Fuck that shit. I would rather die at like 70 when I'm still relatively healthy. Brian's laptop went dark, so now he's panicking, but now it's fine.
It's okay. No, it's plugged in. It does that after a while, I guess. I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on that.
That's
We
fine.
haven't recorded off this laptop before, so.
Actually, that's something we haven't referenced, is that we are back in the
Oh, yeah,
original
we-
recipe translation lost room.
We used to be downstairs. We
Yeah.
came back up here because I figured it's smaller, it's nicer.
And by that he means he didn't tidy his room downstairs, and he didn't want
Also, I
anyone
don't
to
think
see
there's
it.
anywhere really to frame in the room downstairs as well as this.
Maybe
this,
not. I
this
love
is
that
a
room
nice-
though. It's such a comfortable spot. We're never this close to each other. We've got our little official desk, and I quite like that. But this
Yeah.
is never the setup for people listening. This isn't the way it goes. Typically.
No, usually Dara's lying on a couch and I'm on my computer chair, kind of leaned back with my microphone up here.
Can you tell how boxed in I'm feeling here?
Although I can't do that anymore because my chest muscles are just too big and the microphone doesn't sit right.
Oh, we're so ripped. This is our new thing. Brian and I are getting ripped together. It's fantastic.
Dara was already ripped. I'm getting ripped and Dara is getting more ripped. But it's working out pretty well. I actually kind of would like to touch on the gym a little bit because I've just started going to the gym.
Yeah.
It's my first time really going to the gym and seriously and like doing that, and it feels really good and I
Yeah.
feel really happy with myself.
Yeah, you should, man. And you've been working fucking hard. Tomorrow's going to be the 4th day this week that you come with
It's
me.
gonna be leg day and it's gonna
It's
suck.
going to be leg day. We decided to leave leg day until tomorrow because we're hoping to do a bit more music recording while I'm here. Because also I have tomorrow off, which never happens, listeners.
Yeah, usually Dara has to get up and go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, but I got it off because I had to
And
get
by
up and go to
tomorrow,
work.
I mean yesterday,
Yeah,
Sunday.
because But
We
I
recorded this on Saturday.
I had to. I woke up here on Wednesday, having done some recording. I was waiting for that. I got a new vape, everyone. And it's
can't
pretty
do it.
powerful. But yeah, we recorded here all day Tuesday, and then I woke up on Wednesday to a phone call being like, "Can you come in? Can you come in?" Yeah. And so they gave me Sunday off, which was really nice of them because I did come in because I'm a
Yeah.
fucking trooper. Yeah. Yeah.
You're a great employee.
Thank you very much.
Because you regularly say to me like, "Oh, I have to go into work today. I didn't know I had to, but they called me and I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
Well, it's a mixture
I feel like there's a little bit that you could be like, no.
Yeah, probably, but
you
I
don't.
try to save those for times where I'm like not in the county or something like that, because that happens. That's going to be happening next
week. If you can go into work for a few days, for a few hours, like you might as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, like I'm off on Tuesday and Wednesday. Those are my 2 days off in the week, and normally I will get called in at least one of those days. That's likely to happen. But now this week coming, I'm going to visit Finn on the Tuesday, and I'm going to stay there on the Wednesday as well.
Thanks for the fucking invite.
I'm throwing that invite out to you right now, bro.
Oh, okay,
come on up. But then fucking so then as a result, if they do call me on Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm not going to fucking be here. So there's not. So these are the moments that I'm going in all the time for. Yeah. Plus they're good to me. I gotta be good back.
We could probably record up in Finn's, right?
I bet we could. I was thinking about that. Yeah, I bet we could do a little even.
I don't think I could. We couldn't bring any.
We couldn't bring like your fucking drums and shit. But
might though.
Well, you see, I was thinking even just this is not interesting for the conversation.
I booked my driving theory test. That's the thing that I did this week. So eventually we will be able to bring all that shit up to Athlone because we can just fucking road trip it.
God damn it! And then we can go more often because it won't be €28.
We can literally.
That's how much the bus is, by the way.
Oh well, maybe not then. That's a lot. I need money for other stuff right now. It's also Black Friday.
Christmas is coming up.
Black Friday is Friday.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna buy all my Christmas presents that day. Yeah. So yeah.
You're also buying apparently a vape from me.
That's like
there's one in.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah, it's half price. It's really good.
Yeah.
No, Check it out. This was also half price. It's
sponsored
really
by
good.
Vape.
Sponsored by Hale
Vape Company.
Bring Hale.
I don't think you want to associate your job with this podcast.
Yeah, maybe actually not. Yeah, no. This podcast is brought to you by World Vape Center on Tullow Street.
Oh no. Oh, that's beautiful, Dara. Well done. Not only have you lost your job, but you've lost the prospect of jobs in other vape shops.
I've been asking them subtly, like little tidbits. I've been kind of sussing whether or not they'll let me film there because I have one idea for a short film, one idea for one scene in a short film that requires filming in a vape shop, and it's gonna be a little hard to convince them. I feel, but I don't know. Maybe it won't.
Another beer.
Maybe it
won't.
Got
3 of them in here.
Yeah, you ain't got it in the shop.
I do. It was. Right.
I couldn't be sure. I just wanted to be sure. Okay, fine.
It's right here.
Sorry.
You can see the little screen. Fucking blind dick, making fun of me. Also, a lot of the stuff on the table was bought in Japan, specifically in Osaka, which is where the movie that we just watched takes place. We should probably get onto the movie soon.
Yeah. Okay. Fuck it. We'll get into the movie.
Oh, we should apologize as well because we said we were going to watch a different movie.
Yeah. So talk about that.
I was a stupid idiot, and I thought, oh yeah, I'll just download the movie the day of, and it'll be fine. And then that didn't work out. And then by the time I could actually download it, it would have taken far too long, and we wouldn't be recording yet.
No.
We would probably just be starting to watch the movie now.
Yeah.
It is currently 10 o'clock.
No, shit.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Yeah. No, thank you.
So we watched another movie and said next week we're going to do a song at midnight.
Yeah, what it's called?
Song in midnight.
Thank you for the recommendation.
I've seen the name enough. Thank you so much. Yeah. Sorry about that.
For what it's worth, next week we might not. I just want to preface, Barry. It took you a year to get this recommendation into us. We massively appreciate it.
We're terrible with recommendations.
It takes us forever to get around to them. So
yeah,
we will do it. We will absolutely 100% watch the movie. But it's tonight would have been convenient because, like we said, I'm not working tomorrow and it's a long movie.
Yeah, it would have been great. Yeah. It's a long movie as well.
Yeah.
But also we kind of were all right. A little peel back, see how the sausage is made, kind of thing here. Sometimes I pick movies based on what's a new foreign language movie on Netflix because that shit, works in a search engine.
Googled,
yeah, people Google that shit like Bleach and stuff.
Yeah.
So a lot of the time, if like a new movie comes out, we have to do it that week.
This one was relatively new, wasn't it?
No. This one's from 2016.
Really?
Yeah.
It looked incredible.
Looked really good.
Looked fan-fucking-tastic.
So yeah, we watched Gantz 0. I've got my piece of paper. Thank you, Ali.
Yeah, thank you, Ali, for the info. We haven't had you in a week or two. We appreciate you.
We haven't had her in like 2 or 3 weeks, right? Oh, wait. No, we had her the week before last, did we? I can't fucking remember.
Thank you, Ali.
Anyway, she's here too fucking much anyway. Gantz Zero came out in 2016. I was right. A Japanese movie because I got to pick it, and usually that's going to be a Japanese movie.
Mm-hmm.
But they're just they do weird shit.
At what point do you think this podcast is going to? We'll have to change the name to like translation slightly understood. We're picking up on the Japanese.
We're picking up on the Japanese. I think sayonara means goodbye. Nani means what? Yeah, we're getting it.
What's the one for big tits?
Opai.
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 That was very pertinent in this movie, let me tell you.
It was.
Big bouncing boys.
God.
It was directed by Yasushi Kawamura and Keiichi Saito. Mm-hmm. It was written by... the original manga was written by Hiroya Oku, and the screenplay was written by Tsutomu Kuroyua.
Nice one.
I'm trying. And it stars... She just put as many fucking Japanese names here as she could, just to fuck with me. It stars Daisuke Ono,
Okay.
Mayo Ichimichi,
Okay.
Tomohiro Kaku, Sayori Hayami, and Shuichi Ikeda.
Very good.
Then
Not
it just
so
says,
bad.
Then it just said etc. at the end there, which it just keeps going.
Other people. There's
Other
other people.
people,
In it.
fuck
There's
it.
a lot of people in it.
It made $2.2 million at the box office.
Not so bad. It should make more. Really.
$2.2 million.
Yeah, because it looks like it cost a fucking shit ton of money.
But you see, it might not. They might have just abused their workers.
Oh yeah, maybe they did.
Because like animation staff in Japan, like don't really have rights.
Much like most staff in Japan.
No, all right, yeah, sure. And there's a little section here that has, it's like a thing. We'll
a
peel
little
that
fold
back
away
because-
that actually explains what the movie was about.
because Dara
it's
was really confused, and I think we both want to
I
know.
was so confused.
But I don't really want to watch it again.
No, it was
I
a
actually
lot.
kind of do because like I
a
recognize all the streets that are in the movie.
Yes, it was so annoying. It was so annoying. Brian and Ali have recently been to Japan,
July.
right?
In
July,
July, not
right?
that
So
recently, no.
the play. It was Osaka? Was it set in Osaka?
It was set in Osaka.
It was set in Osaka.
And also Tokyo was in there too. And,
Right.
we were in both the places in
That
Tokyo
you
and
fucking
in
went
Osaka.
to. Yeah. So it was built. It's all 3D animated.
Yes.
Right. It looks incredible, and it was really, really realistically based off of Osaka.
Yeah,
Right?
really, really realistically like rendered backgrounds and
And
stuff.
Brian and Ali kept recognizing places.
Well, no, it started with Shibuya, which is in Tokyo. It's a big crossing in Tokyo. And we were there too. And then the station there, we were at that station.
Yeah.
And that station looks exactly like how it looks in real life. It's so fucking weird. Like all those stations look the same in Tokyo anyway. Like,
Yeah.
there's a racist joke in there somewhere. But see, this is why we don't drink wine before the podcast, because you get loose lips.
This is why I don't drink wine at all.
Loose lips ruins careers, Dara.
No, I didn't know.
Non-existent careers. But yeah, it was in Shibuya, which we've been to. Don't want to flex or anything. Don't want to flex. Weird
flexing.
Weird flex, but okay. And then it moves to Osaka. Specifically, Dotonbori Bridge seems to be the main place where they're at, which is where we hung out a lot.
Just hanging out on the old
And
bridge.
it looks the exact same. And there was like a little bit of emotion pretty early on. Ali turned at one point and was like, I might actually cry a little bit.
When?
Like the start in the station, because the station was so realistic to what it was.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And
of
we're
course.
both very homesick for
what
Japan
it's worth,
now.
something much more emotional happened in that station. The main character gets stabbed to death. Seemingly.
I've never
But
been.
I don't
I've never.
know.
I've never been to the main character though.
Yeah. Okay. So, right. What we're on about this station. Okay?
Yes.
So, he's in this train station.
Yep.
He's Genji, by the way.
He's Genji.
He's Genji
from
from Crow Zero.
yeah.
This film's called what? Gantz?
Gantz.
Gantz
Zero.
Zero. And it's Genji. It's Genji from Crow Zero. That's what the dude looks like.
He does look like Genji. He might actually
be based off of Genji. It looks like, I don't know. But
I
it
don't know
looked
who
like
plays Genji.
Who knows?
Did they scan him in? I don't know. Who knows?
But anyway, he's in the station, right? He's on the phone to his little brother. His little brother is very young and is frying an omelette. I took issue with that.
Frying an omelette's easy.
I wouldn't trust my little brother to fry an omelette. Then, right, he's just chatting to his brother. Everything's grand.
That's
and
a
then
lot of shade to just throw at your little brother right there. Who is surely
I love my
listening and
little
very
brother.
upset.
I love my little brother, but I would
No, you
not
don't.
trust him to
You
cook
don't
a
have to, you don't have
goddamn
to
thing.
lie here, Dara.
But he's in the fucking train station, and then he like holds up a bag, a very romantic looking red bag, right, as if to be like, he's talking to his brother, being like, yeah, I got the thing, well, I got whatever fucking thing we need for our fucking thing. And then we're like, oh, I wonder what's gonna happen with this guy, I wonder where his story goes. And then he gets stabbed repeatedly.
Oh yeah, we can do stuff and people will see it.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
So then, right, he just wakes up in a room with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Right, a couple people, like 3 or 4 people. One of them is Charles Boyle from fucking Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but he's Asian. He's Japanese. Charles Boyle.
He
right?
just kind of has that aura about him.
One of them is a woman with ridiculous tits, like so stupidly big, so in your fucking face. They were so obnoxious about it. It was madness.
Waggling all around.
Yes.
Just
Then there's a fucking,
just
there's a
going
kid.
crazy.
There was like a weird young guy who
Yeah.
seemed like a psychopath, right? And then there's a big dude who immediately got killed. So that was a thing. And they're all in this room, and they're talking to a big black sphere, and the sphere is talking to them. And then they put on these leather suits, and
Which
then
are
they,
very skin tight.
very skin tight.
It's
and
awesome.
then they start like phasing away. Like
I
with
really
blue
like the
light.
effect. I really
looked
like the
good.
effect because it's like a cross section, like a brain scan or
Yeah.
something. Like you can see their organs.
But
and
their
stuff.
body is like disappearing, as if they're being like uploaded to a virtual world or something. And then all of a sudden, they're just in the streets of the city fighting monsters. So for a while, we were like, "Is this the afterlife? When you die, do you just start fighting monsters? Is that what happens in this world?" But no, because the monster attacks were on TV. So it was happening in real life, and there were real people not wearing the leather suits. But then there's loads of other people wearing the leather suits. It's not just the people who were confined to that room that we meet at the start. Loads of people are in these suits. They've got crazy machinery. They're fighting all these different monsters of all different sizes, shapes, varieties. And I just didn't understand it. Didn't make any sense. It looked great. It looked incredible.
I was saying Shinkai the whole way. I was trying to remember the word. It's yokai.
Yokai
Is the name of like Japanese spirit or some Japanese spirit. I don't fucking know. There's Shinigami. They're death things. Yeah, because Shin is death or she or whatever. But yokai, they're like demons. And like there's a lot of traditional designs in there based on like traditional Japanese monsters and stuff. There's a Tengu in there at one point, the guy with the angel wings.
Oh, he was cool, and the massive
dope.
nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was dope. I liked him.
And the prayer beads. That's like an actual. I'm sure there was cyclopses and stuff. All the monster designs were awesome.
They were fucking dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them really disturbing, but
Yeah,
great.
in a good way. Like,
All great.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was just very confused about the whole thing. So do you want to talk a little bit about, I don't know, why you enjoyed it so much? Because you were mad into this film.
It looked pretty. There was cool fights. There was interesting monster designs, and I didn't understand any of it. That's basically why I liked it.
Oh, and there's a mech.
There's a mech, yeah. It's awesome.
Of course there's a mech. Yeah.
I liked it.
But yeah, I liked it too, but I was so lost, right? Because the whole story basically then follows this main guy who looks like Genji.
Yes.
And he is like visibly freaking the fuck out throughout the whole thing, right? And it's him and this like small group of people. One of them is the girl with the ridiculous tits.
Hell
One of them is a girl with a pixie cut and like smaller tits.
Less ridiculous, but still ridiculous.
Yeah. And she was like his love interest or whatever. And then there's like Asian Charles Boyle. And there's the weird psycho kid.
Really like Charles
No,
Boyle.
he just kind of looked like him.
Had that aura about him.
Yeah,
And,
he
like,
was really short.
It sounds weird when you say it, but like, because I've seen it, and you say Asian Charles Boyle, like it just
It clicks.
in
It
my
really,
head. I'm
yeah, it makes sense. Yeah,
definitely.
yeah. So that's. But I would like. What I don't understand is what set them aside from the other people who were clearly also fighting these monsters? Like, what's the difference?
They're all part of the same thing, I assume.
But what are they a part of, man?
But at the end, well, this is a spoiler. Never mind.
Yeah, maybe leave.
No, there's a point system in it.
Okay, yeah.
It seems.
It
so
seemed
are they all
like
vying
that.
for points or something? Like, I don't
know.
We have our little piece of paper.
Yeah,
we'll get to that.
We'll get to it. We'll find out.
This is going to be frustrating for a little while
excited
until
to find
we,
out about it. Yeah. But in terms of, what would be a standout moment in the film for you?
The mech was cool.
The
cool. Little guy that came off the mech.
You can tell it's really cool because he's yawning while he says it.
But the real standout moment, it's got to be the big titty monster.
Oh, God.
It's a giant woman made out of smaller women.
So disturbing. It was so
like
weird.
Nude women all fused together to make this giant woman.
Yeah.
Who like attacks him.
Fucked
her
up.
hair is
fucked
all
up.
legs.
It was
her hair
tits
is...
everywhere.
It's awesome.
Tits all over the shop.
It was a really striking...
Tits were tits.
That's the thing. I'm not really going to remember like the little dude. I wouldn't have remembered that little Yoda-looking dude, really, because he just was a small old man.
Yeah, as gross as he was.
Because he turned into a giant lady made of naked ladies.
Yeah,
like, that's a really striking and memorable design. But it was, and I think it's really good.
It was interesting and it was striking, but it was so fucked up. Especially watching it turn into it. It was like I liken it to that scene in Akira
where monsters,
where who is it? No, it's not Canada.
Tetsuo.
Tetsuo is just expanding infinitely and getting bigger and shit.
Yes.
I liken it to that, but it looked way too real. It was creepy. It was
awesome.
Really fucking weird.
It was really creepy and weird and gross.
Yeah.
I agree
was
with
just
you.
screaming, by the way, to everyone watching. You're actually watching this time. Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe. Who knows?
We were like...
Watch the video, not like render or some bullshit now.
But I was like literally watching and just going...
Yeah, Dara was freaking out. No! Dara was very scared.
It was weird. It was really weird. I enjoyed it, kind of, but it was really fucking weird.
All the naked ladies that made up the big naked lady were pretty hot naked ladies.
I mean...
And the big naked lady was well proportioned. She had big knockers as well.
Of course she did. It's a fucking Japanese film. This is, like... This film takes the uncanny valley to a new level.
It does a little bit, yeah.
Because it fucking it's weirdly realistic, and like if video games looked like that, oh my fucking god, video games would take so much longer to make. It was creepy and. Just because, that as real as it looked, like, it didn't really, like, you could tell what was wrong with it and stuff. The tits were obnoxious. It was, like, and they kept really drawing your attention to it. Within the first 5 minutes, there is a shot that is, like, the main character lying on the ground looking up, and it's, like, his perspective looking up, and it's just... she like bends down in front of him, and she, like, moves out of frame for a second, and it's just tits in your face, and then she's framed properly and you can actually see what's going on. But up until it's just
the ice in my ice bag is melting.
Of course it is. It's so warm in here.
It's making the floor wet.
Warm in here. Yeah, it was
Sorry.
It was weird. It was a weird looking film. That's what I'm getting at here.
Yes, it was. Yeah. Sometimes it looked really good, other times it looked kind of, you're like, those aren't people.
The set designs, the actual places looked amazing, like almost indistinguishable. If I didn't have my glasses on, they would have looked real.
And sometimes the people looked really good.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes from afar.
The monsters all looked really good.
The monsters looked fantastic, yeah.
And the mech looked really good.
My favorite monster was definitely the guy at the end.
The skull man?
Who had, like, he was a skull man with, like, bones coming out of his back and shit. He was awesome. He was really fucking cool. And he started, like, shooting lasers from his eyes and stuff.
I think I really liked the Tengu man.
Which one was he? The one with the big demon wings and the big nose?
Yeah, because he looked like a Tekken character.
Yeah, he was pretty cool as well. I liked him. I liked them all, but I don't know. Like
the big head.
The big head was good.
There's a big giant head that just rolls around.
Yeah, the big head was funny.
Yeah, I'd stick this on in the background, just look at some demons show up. Like, they look really good.
They did look pretty good.
I would recommend it for that.
Yeah.
Not much to talk about in it, though, because
Do you know what the thing about this
The whole
film?
movie
And
is just one long action
yes,
sequence.
And
Yeah.
I mentioned this to you at the time that we were watching it, and it bothered me at the time, which is that it's essentially like they scan in, they leave that room and they're scanned into the city, right?
Well, they're scanned into the same 3 streets. In
Yeah,
Osaka,
yeah.
Which
And
makes
then-
me think, is that why it looks so good? Because they
Because
only actually modeled like 3 or 4
really
streets.
specifically recreated those 3 or 4 streets.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. But then
They even had a restaurant that I remember going to.
yeah, but then the film then becomes, as soon as they're scanned into this street, it becomes just like, oh, there's a demon, and then they fight that demon, and then it's like they beat it, and then it's like, oh, there's another, and then they go and fight that one. And what bothered me about it was I was like, well, where is like the overarching villain? Where is the guy responsible? Like, where's the main bad guy here? You know, that didn't... There was never any sense that they were building to something. It was just like, oh, and a new enemy, and a new enemy, and a new enemy, and a new enemy. And it got pretty repetitive, you know?
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, the fight sequences were pretty cool. Their guns were lame as fuck. They never got any cooler.
Yeah,
that
nothing
gun.
fires out of the gun.
Nothing fires out of the gun.
It pulses.
It pulsates,
and
yeah.
then they explode.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was. I didn't enjoy the gun. I enjoyed it as an idea, but then they didn't progress it. They didn't move it forward or do anything really interesting with it. So fuck that. Yeah, the gun annoyed
I really
me.
liked. I really liked how the characters moved and how everything moved. I thought it was animated really well.
It was. Yeah, it was. And the suits they were wearing were cool. The black leather skin tight suits, when they needed to like really fucking excrete some fucking energy and some force, the suit would like flex up and like create muscle. It would give them muscle that they didn't have. So like they're like running and then they need to jump and their leg muscles would just bulge and they'd fucking fly into the air, and it was really cool. That was a good idea.
Yeah, it looked really cool.
Yeah.
And it really... It was a good way of doing that, where you know when they're exerting strength, because they're all wearing like these same suits.
Yeah.
And I feel like in that style of animation, it's probably hard to make a character look like they're really exerting themselves.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
by doing that with the suits,
Yeah, and they had that fucking... They had that sound effect, you know, the one where you're like aiming your future gun and it's like...
Yeah.
The suits would make that sound when they flexed up, so you could tell every time it was happening.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. I enjoyed that element of it.
It was lit very well.
It was
like,
yeah, that
lit
was a
really
big
well.
thing to you. One thing that really fucking annoyed me was that I did not understand, right?
The language. That's the point, actually, Dara.
There were 2 characters in it who were like also wearing these suits.
Yes.
Right? And they were definitively like the bad guys.
Yeah, I think
Or they were supposed to be.
they're the same organization, but they do their job differently.
Yeah, but what bothered me about that was that I never really got any sense as to why those guys were so bad compared to the others. Because, to be honest, they seemed a bit better. They were wrecking shop, killing demons left, right, and center with very little effort. They were they were just being very fucking efficient. So I don't understand what was so bad about those guys. That never resonated with me. And then in the end, when they're fucking killed off or whatever, you're like, okay, I didn't feel anything, because I was like, well, what was wrong with these guys to begin with? I don't really understand. You know?
Yeah.
But they're definitely being portrayed as like the bad guys. You can tell because one of them was smoking a cigarette all the time.
It was sick. I haven't smoked a cigarette. Actually, that's another thing. I haven't been smoking cigarettes at all lately.
That's good. Well done.
wanna say that out loud.
Congratulations, Brian. Hence why he's buying the vape, I guess.
Yeah. I'm buying the vape because it's a nice vape
It's a
that
really
is
nice
really
vape.
nice.
Yeah.
And it's really cheap. I don't think I need a vape to quit, but I like the flavor of vape fluid. And I think I'm
Same.
just going to get it and just, have it in the background. You're hitting my guitar. It's
Sorry.
a shame. We tried to frame it so that we'd have the guitars in the background, but we didn't.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't work. No.
This is a weird episode. I'm
It is
sorry.
a weird
It is a weird
episode.
episode. We're kind of all over the place. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't know where to look.
Me neither. It's weird, isn't it? I keep I look into the camera every now and then, and I'm on like, don't look at yourself, bro. You're getting self-conscious.
So before we break open the envelope here and find out what Gantz was really about,
yeah,
what did you think of Gantz?
I thought it was pretty good. I think if I understood it, it would have been a lot breezier, and I would have been able to enjoy it more. I would definitely recommend it for people interested in animation. So like the Ushins, and I would say even probably Barry would enjoy this. Maybe Roshin, I'd say you'd probably dig this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Finn probably, I'd say, would probably get something out of it as well. Just, you know, if nothing more than the tits.
From what I know of Gantz as a manga, because I have brushed up against Gantz once or twice. Never read it. As I said to you, I've seen one panel from the manga, and it's like a guy injecting himself with heroin while riding a motorcycle on his way to fight a demon. And I was like, that's ridiculous. And apparently Gantz is not, like, from what I've heard of other people talking about it, it's kind of bad, but in like a ridiculous way.
Right.
Which is, I kind of got that vibe.
Yeah.
I feel like if we watched it with subtitles, it wouldn't make much more sense. Or it would make sense, but it would be dumb.
Yeah, probably.
It would be much dumber.
It still seemed dumb,
Yeah,
to be honest.
it seemed very dumb.
Yeah.
So we're going to open up this and see. Would you recommend it? This movie?
If you're interested in animation, give it a blast. It's
I'd
not
say
that long.
if you're interested in cool monster designs,
Yeah, they are.
I'd hit this up. And if you're interested in big bouncing titties,
Oh, who isn't?
check it out.
Huh?
Who isn't?
Yeah.
I can think of quite a few people who wouldn't be.
No, I don't know, man. Even a lot of women, like heterosexual women I know, just love titties. Everybody loves titties.
That's true, actually. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
There's a
just
reason.
great.
They're called fun bags for a reason, Brian.
Oh, that's such a gross word. All right.
I'm sorry.
This barely makes any sense. Okay, so he died at the start.
I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew that already.
He died at the start, but he was resurrected by Gantz.
Was Gantz the ball?
Gantz is the orb. And the demons are aliens, and they're forced to kill the aliens by Gantz. And that's the premise. They're aliens.
They're aliens.
Seems that way. Unless Ali did her research.
Are they all from a different planet?
No, they might just be. I don't know. I don't know, Dara. I can't answer that.
I would like to change my recommendation. Don't watch this movie. I don't know, but that's fucking. I can't believe that I knew what it was about the whole time.
The thing is that it's hard to recommend stuff like this because you forget that we didn't watch this by choice, really. You were forced into it, definitely. I was kind of like, I need a movie to watch because this other movie's not working out.
No.
So I feel like being forced into a movie like that and then coming out the other end being like, I wasn't actually that bad.
Yeah.
Kind of skews your opinion a bit. And
Yeah.
if someone was going in by choice, they might watch it and be like, that was trash.
Yeah. It wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't that bad, but it was weird. And now that I know what it's about, I'm annoyed that it was what I always thought it was, to be honest. That's a bit annoying. Because I was expecting something more from it. Because I thought, I was like, okay, I think I understand what's going on. But if it is what I think it is, then it's dumb. There you go. It was dumb.
I'm going to give the Gantz manga a try. And I'll be back in the next couple of weeks to...
Yeah, do. I'd be interested to
it.
hear what you
Yeah.
think of it. Yeah.
I bet it's shit. I guess we're kind of done with the movie talk.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah. So what now?
Take a break.
How are we going to take a break? That's the question.
Pause the recording. Pause both recordings.
And then just do another clap sync and cut that out at the end. Okay. Sorry, we should have figured this out before we did it. All right, I'm going to pause this. Or not. I don't know how I'm going to cut that.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Fuck it.
Figure it out.
We're back, I think.
We made it.
Light and slightly different.
Ever so slightly.
Ever so slightly.
Oh.
Sorry, this episode might go out of sync audio, video at some point.
Who knows? Yeah.
Who knows?
This is all uncharted territory
if it
for
did,
us,
then
so.
you'll know because this isn't actually a video episode.
Yeah.
No, I think it is going to be. We're going to make it work.
Yeah. Some way or another. Might look fucking awful, but who cares?
It won't look fucking awful. That's a decent camera.
Might. Yeah, it is. Okay.
It's a decent camera. Our quality is really good. These are the socks, also.
Yes,
on the mics.
I was thinking about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
these are. Yeah.
I didn't do a sound check for the keyboard,
No.
but I'm going to use it anyway.
Okay.
Because it is time
No, okay, yeah.
It's that special time. Where am I? Am I on you? Am I on something? My chair is on something. It was on the actual iPad, which is... That's the worst place to put an iPad, really.
Yes, it is.
Over there.
Shouldn't
have thrown it either. You can hear that.
Yeah.
But we just gotta pick a good... a
good theme.
A good
effect.
Alright, sweep pad. Yeah, alright.
I like that one.
Alright, here we go, lads. Here we go. Emails. Why has it got to be emails? Why can't it be e-females? Am I right? It's 2018,
2018
guys. Fucking
God fucking damn it.
Where's the e-females? All right, this is going to be tough because I'm going to have to read this off the laptop. So.
And we have 3 emails, which is unheard of.
So we're going to lift the laptop and bring it over here onto my lap where it's supposed to. It's a laptop. I should have peed during the break as well. All right, I'm just going to start with our most recent email.
Okay.
This one is from Oshin, who you may know for being on the show.
Yes, and for writing into the show before. Or you may know him from when he called into me earlier in work. That's how I know him. It was lovely to see you, Oshin.
I haven't seen Oshin in a while. He was here at my house the last time I saw him.
Yeah.
He disappeared into the morning.
That's what he tends to do.
He
did that to his friend Cass this morning when he came and visited me.
Disappeared
from her house.
He was clearly not as drunk as me, and I got like really into talking about animation with him.
Yeah.
And he was super nice about it and like talked about it with me. So
yeah,
I appreciate that. Even though I was probably being incredibly annoying. So Oshin says, "Hey." That's 3 Ys.
Subject. I like it.
Hi guys, friendly neighborhood gay Oshin here to say what is up. I don't actually live in either of your neighborhoods. You live pretty close to my neighborhood.
You live really far away from the Oshin.
Is like, well, I don't know if he lives in Tullow. I know he's from Tullow.
He doesn't. He's not there all that often anymore. Yeah. He's in college most of the time.
You should come to my house if you're in Tullow.
Yeah. Why not?
I don't actually. We should get him on the podcast.
Well, we're hanging out here. Yeah. Good crack. We'll get to that.
I don't actually live in either of your neighborhoods, but other than that, I am spitting stone cold truths right now.
Oh shit.
I am sorry for not sending in emails recently. There is no excuse. Oh yeah, he used to be a pretty regular writer in as well. We didn't mention that at all.
He's fallen off. Well, it's okay.
He hasn't written one in ages, so I completely forgot. I wasn't the fan I made myself out to be. But I'm catching up on the podcast and can confirm that you guys are still very comedic.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Brian, I'm not certain if you've spoken about Castlevania recently, but I feel it's up your alley. The whole gothic aesthetic and beautiful characters and gore is very good. They know. They just know. You are right. That show has... Every character in that show is goddamn beautiful.
Yeah, it is. I had a feeling that Oshin would be into it, because as I said, great animation.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks fucking fantastic.
If you told me...
And it is really gory.
2 years ago, you were like, hey, did you know like one of your favorite shows next year is going to be an American animation Netflix adaptation
of a video game.
Of not just a video, Castlevania 3 Curse of Dracula. I'd be like, you're a fucking liar. You're a liar. Get out of my house. Why are you here? If you... Oshin's probably listened to this episode.
This one?
Yeah.
I would certainly hope so. He wrote in an email.
So you know that we talked about it already.
Yes.
And we will be talking about it a lot more in the future.
Massively enjoyed it.
But it's very good.
Or
it's right. You were right.
Say.
It is right up my alley as well.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, literally anything else I would want to talk about, I've already spoken about to Dara today.
It's true. We had a good chat. It was good to see you.
Jesus Christ, Dara, just reiterate our conversation today. Catch you both again soon. It was me, Oshin. Thank you so much, Oshin.
Great to hear from you, Oshin.
Yes.
One interesting thing we were talking about was different forms of animation. And as I mentioned earlier, like frames per second and stuff. And all the different types of animation he's learning how to do. Because Oshin's really fucking talented.
He's really good at drawing.
Yeah, check out his Instagram. _art, I think.
Yeah, he's awesome.
OH Crow.
I didn't know that he did any of that because he never talks about it.
Yeah, because he's a really fucking humble, quiet
he's
guy.
a really humble guy.
Yeah.
And like I was looking at Ali's Instagram over her shoulder and I was like, who the fuck drew that? I was like, oh, that's Oshin. And I was like, what?
Yeah,
what?
Yeah, he's amazing. And he always has been.
He's great.
Sitting next to him in art was bad for the confidence.
You went to school together.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to start with another guest of the podcast.
Yeah.
A word from Barry.
A word from Barry, ladies and gentlemen.
Barry says, hey, totally here. Oh, he says, "Rip Yowl, the inept Khajiit acrobat." Khajiit is the Catman from Skyrim, Dara,
Okay.
in case you don't know.
Right.
Hey, totally here for spooky November. Gantz was pretty spooky. I think it fit in the spooky
It was
November.
pretty spooky.
Yeah.
There was some monsters and ghouls and like.
Honestly, Christmas is nice, but 1 month is more than enough. The spooky vibe of
Agreed.
October, on the other hand, is fun and good, and I'm entirely fine with keeping that train rolling. Let the spook times roll. On the topic of signatures, I've been reflecting on my own recently. It's bad. Just my name in the shitty joined-up writing that was beaten into me as a child. Though that's a rant in of itself. Michael Uslan, a man who has produced every single Batman film since 1989 to present day, has a dope signature incorporating the Bat logo. But the world's greatest signature still belongs to the great Monty birds flying against the sun, spelling out his name in artistic impression.
Wow.
I'm showing that to you right now.
Yeah, I can see it. That's cool.
That's dope. I'll put a picture of this
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, he might forget. He's been doing that a lot recently.
I forget a lot.
Such as the picture of our signatures from last week, which he never actually
I'll throw
put
those
into
in
the
here.
show.
Ha! Gotcha.
All up in your fucking grill.
Maybe it was planned from the start. God, I remember pistol-only gameplays. I remember pistol-only gameplays specifically because I made videos for it.
Oh, Jesus.
All 4 hours of my Oblivion playthrough. Yeah, there's like 15 episodes of that on there. I only did 2 videos for it.
That's
So
fantastic.
I got
Barry.
out pretty good.
Well done.
Where I had no fucking idea what I was doing either in game or as a video editor. It was truly something to behold. As embarrassingly amateurish as I think the early Ironic Snap videos are, they're so much better than my output on pistol only gameplays. We were like 14,
Yeah.
I think. We were 14 when we did that. So thanks for giving me a platform for my god awful first steps. That was fun. That back in the day. I remember I had a fucking like a square rectangular camera that you take pictures with, filming my screen of my Black Ops replay and talking over it and saying nothing because I had no script. I was just like, hey,
Nothing of value to say.
yeah,
at 14.
it's like, hey, it's me, Brian. I'm going to be making videos on this channel. Tell me what videos or games you'd like to see me play. I got a combo knife kill and whatever. Here's this, yeah, I'll keep doing videos, and I'm super happy to be doing videos. And it was all just about how I'm doing this video now, and this is my introduction. And soon I will be doing more videos. And I never made another video on the channel
Fantastic.
out of sheer laziness.
Brilliant.
Finally, it's been a while since I posed a question for discussion. Partly because I just finished Infamous Second Son. It's good. It is good. I've played that myself. And partly because I'm always thinking about them. It's about villains.
Nice.
Which is more important to you? Backstory or presence? Sometimes you just want a scary fucking clown man, but there's no explanation for why they're so monstrous. It can often come across as thin and childish. On the other hand, I'm getting kind of tired of the constant excuses in stories. Your villain could be a totally remorseless dick, and I'll still like them if they're cool enough. Whether because they're incredibly scary or just to tell funny jokes or both. Well, thank you so much, Barry.
Thank you very much. Interesting question.
Interesting question. I think it depends.
Yeah.
It definitely depends on the villain. We have another email, but I'm just putting this down while we discuss this.
Yeah.
We have tons of time. We can just discuss for as long as we want. Fuck it. 4-hour episode.
Fuck you, Roshin.
6-hour episode. Yeah, I think it entirely depends, and it works and it doesn't work in both ways in different characters.
Yeah. I think as, you know, there's lots of evidence in this podcast to show that I am someone who likes for things to make sense. So a lot of the time I do need a backstory. I do need an explanation as to why the person ends up where they do and why. But a lot of the time as well, you can just bypass that and kind of make the appeal of the character, the mystery, you know.
I think the killing joke, I kind of don't like the killing joke.
Yeah?
I don't think Joker needs a backstory.
He doesn't. He doesn't at all, but I think that it's the best one going.
I like Michael Myers.
Right.
From the Halloween movies.
Halloween movies.
He's got like his backstory is that he was a kid and he stabbed his sister.
Because he was having sex, right?
No, that's
Really?
Jason
Oh,
kills
okay.
people who are having sex. This
Right,
guy just
right,
did
right.
it because he's evil.
Okay.
And like literally, he never takes his mask off. He doesn't kill. There's no reason really to who he's targeting. He's just evil. Like he is just 100% evil, and it's really interesting.
That would bother me.
No.
That would annoy me. But see, but I don't know.
Well, I think it goes the other way. It
depends.
goes the other way as well because, and to bring in Castlevania,
Mm.
that show opens with explaining why its villain is the way he is.
Yeah, very, very quickly, very briefly.
They
It's
didn't
just
need-
like,
they
this
didn't-
is why. And you're like, oh, that
They didn't
makes
need to
sense.
do that because
No.
he's Dracula.
Yeah.
I think we all know who fucking Dracula is at this point. But they do it, and I think it's better because they do
Oh,
that.
absolutely.
Dracula
yeah,
becomes
a sympathetic character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think Joker becomes a sympathetic character.
No, definitely not. No, absolutely not.
And
but,
I think it very much depends on the actual villain whether
But the
or not
Joker
it
is
should be.
You see, the Joker is a good example to me because obviously I'm always going to bring it back to Batman. But
Yeah.
the reason I think the
Fucking
Joker is a good
nerd.
example is because the Killing Joke is great, and because there are other suggested origins for the Joker that are pretty. Some of them pretty good, some of them pretty
The
shit.
Red.
But ultimately,
Mask?
the Red Hood thing that
Yeah.
that is in that ties into the Killing Joke.
Oh,
but that's a
okay.
whole other thing.
It's been
But-
years.
Yeah, but the important thing about the Joker is that none of those origins are concrete. So he does have that element of mystery about him, and with the Joker, it is more about his presence, than where he came from. And he is, at the end of the day, my favorite villain of all time. So I can't really say that it is essential for me to have like a concrete, really solid backstory.
I think
But I do prefer it.
It's a really good question, and I will
Typically.
definitely have to think about it more.
Yeah,
But I think really it depends on what you want to do with a villain.
yeah.
Do you want a villain that's a presence based, like that just is scary when he shows up? Like I'm trying to think of one, and I know there's one really good example, but it's on the Lich
Yes.
in
yeah.
Adventure Time.
Yeah.
Is a really good presence villain. Because
Absolutely.
he shows up and
Yeah.
you don't know what he's about, but
No.
you know that he can fuck everyone up.
Yeah.
And then they ruined it. But whatever.
But yeah, no, that's a good example, I think.
I think the Lich died way too early.
Yeah.
Or died, whatever.
Yeah.
But it depends. It really depends on.
Yeah. What I think this is something I would pose to you, to see if you agree. But I think at the very least, the person writing the character should know what happened or where it came from, where it stemmed from. There are a few things that I have in mind for characters that I'm like, oh, they're like this because this happened to them or because they went through this thing or whatever. But I never intend to explore that in the story. It's just important for me to know because it informs the decisions that they make.
I think mixing the two as well can be good.
Like
You can have a villain whose presence right up until his final scenes, and then you drop
the
this is why, this is the reason, and that can be very good too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, definitely. I think there's a lot of value in both, let's say, and it all depends on the way you work it. But typically, if it's a new villain, unless you see, this is the problem, right? If you want it to be like a mystery, and you don't explore the backstory, that's fine. But then the presence has to be fucking powerful. It has to compensate for that.
For the sake of answering this question, I'm gonna say personally, presence.
Okay.
Because it's easier to fuck up a backstory
That's true.
and make it not good than it is to fuck up presence. It's easy to fuck up presence too,
It
though.
is
God
easy to
damn
fuck
it.
up presence. I think it. Yeah, no, I think
That's a really good question.
it is a good question.
Yeah.
I think if you're going with one over the other, then it has to be fucking powerful. If you get me, it has to either be a dope ass backstory or like really captivating presence. They have to have one or the other, if not both. That's the answer I'm sticking with.
Yeah. Okay.
Boom.
Thank you so much, Barry.
Thank you,
that was
Barry.
a really good question.
Yeah, it was really fucking good. I'm going to be thinking about that all night. That's the reason I'm not going to fucking sleep tonight. Sound, Barry.
I feel like we're probably going to talk about this again later on
I'd say we'll
outside
probably
of the
go. Yeah,
podcast.
we'll come back up.
I have to pee. I should have peed when we broke.
Yeah, you should have. You fucking.
Do we
twat.
break, or do you want to read Roshin's email?
Yeah, because you already read it.
I
didn't
have
you?
read it.
Yeah, well, sure, I'll read it then. Fuck it, let's go. Let's do this. I've never read an email on this show. Even when Oshin was here, he read the emails.
And remember.
Oh wow, Roshin, that is a lengthy email. You wordy bitch.
All right, read it. Read it nice and slow.
Okay.
Okay, it's not open. You take my chair. I'll be back in a sec.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Here we go. Okay. I'm the host of the show now. Thank you very much. Here we
just
go.
Make sure you're talking to the mic. I'll be back before you're done.
Okay. So, the subject of this email is a long time coming in all caps with 3 exclamation marks. And it opens with the disclaimer: I am dyslexic as fuck and not funny at all through the medium of writing. Way to hype yourself up, Jesus Christ. So, it begins. Hello, friends. So, long time listener, first time writer / mailer / whatever the email equivalent of caller is. I'd like to start by congratulating you both on a whole year of utter shite talk. Thank you very much, Roshin. We appreciate it.
Get the fuck out of there. I read the emails on this goddamn podcast.
Fine, read to me, bitch. Jesus.
Oh, what a waste of time. I'm so sorry.
Here, go around the other side. You're reading to me now.
All of my shit's in the way.
Do it.
You get out. You
Do
get
it.
out. You get out.
Do it. Get in.
Oh my god. Also, the floor
He's
is
back.
wet.
Yeah, that's,
Sorry,
that's
Roshan.
all your fault. It's all Brian's fault.
But now I'm peed and I'm not going to be shifting around in my seat like a fucking snake.
He's not going to be pissing on the floor anymore. So
I'm not going to be pissing all over the floor like I do. Alright, how far did you get, or will I just start again?
I got into the utter shy talk. Very end of the first line. Right there.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
I'd also like to thank Dara for prompting me to write in on the last episode. Hope you're happy.
I am.
Now, let me get into the fucking bullshit you sexist man bastards have pulled. You may recall 1 year ago, I, an OG listener of the show, was one of the first 3 people to request to be a guest on the podcast. And in typical man bastard fashion, you have completely ignored this request, having not 1, not 2, but fucking 4 other man bastard guests on before me. Having raised this issue with
Man
Dara,
bastard is always in caps,
always
by the
in
way.
caps, yeah, it's beautiful. I'm going to be using man bastard a lot. Having raised this issue with Dara in person and once again being ignored, I've decided it is high time to call you sexist man bastards out on the air. Or at least in writing, as you have complete control over the emails you read on... Shit, that's a good point.
That's
we
a
don't
good
need to
point.
read... I'm gonna...
And
let's
that's
just
all
stop.
from Roshin. Thank you very much.
When this issue was raised with Dara, he made the valid point that at the time I had not listened to every episode of the podcast, which was a point I was happy to allow. Until to my dismay, I discovered that this point was also bullshit. As on episode 21.5, you featured a guest that I am almost certain asked to be a guest several minutes after I did, whom has admitted to me that he has also not listened to every episode of the show.
I think me and Barry might be the only people who've listened to every episode.
I have listened to one episode.
Yeah,
of the show, and
he
it was
didn't
21.5.
enjoy it at all.
It was actually that episode.
Yeah, it was that one. Yeah, he was not a fan.
Yeah.
Brian
I only
hates
listen
this
to
show.
ones where I get really drunk because I don't remember them. I don't remember any of the episodes, actually. That's why I continue to bring stuff up to you in person.
Yeah.
And you're like, we talked about this on the podcast. And I'm like, what?
I call you one all the time.
I'm not going to listen to myself talk for fucking an hour and a half. You can do that.
I will. I'll
Yeah.
continue to. For the both of us.
Just 7 minutes after who I admitted to me has also not listened to every episode of the show. So I ask you, man bastards, what is your excuse for this blatant disrespect for what I am guessing is one of your very few, perhaps your only female listener? I will be awaiting your response. You are...
She's got some PSs.
Yeah, she has some PSs.
Okay,
We'll get into that. I don't think you're our only female listener. We have one
Ali.
other. We have one other.
Katie Jacks, man.
Nah. I don't know who that is.
She wrote in.
That
to
doesn't
the
show
show
up on the views.
before
I do know.
Roshin
I'm
did.
kidding. I know who that is.
She wrote in before you did.
We have quite a diverse group of listeners. Okay.
We do. We're quite a diverse group of people who live in Carlo.
It's 2018, Roshin. You bigot.
You fucking sexist man bastard.
We have quite a big female branch of our listenership.
What's the PSs?
We also have a lot of Indian people, actually, because I think they click onto our shit by accident.
Yeah, probably a lot of Japanese people too.
Yeah.
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 Your, and then in brackets, supposed friend, Roisin.
I fucking hope we're friends, because I've seen you most days over the last week and so.
Yeah, I like to think we're friends. We both like cooking stuff. We talk about cooking. That's our thing.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. Anyway, P.S. Since Dara, this is back to Roisin. I'm not just saying P.S. Since Dara introduced it to Mr. Gigi 1 week ago, I have watched every single episode of The Predator Chronicles, which might just be the funniest thing on the internet.
It may well be. It
is. Goddamn.
I've stated this before. I don't know if I said it on the show, but I think the reason I enjoy it so much is that I really like watching people be in more trouble than I'll ever be in my entire life. I like watching them squirm.
To not only be in more in trouble, but to be completely
so
at
deserving
fault.
of it.
So deserving.
Yeah, it's great.
It's laughing at someone's life being ruined.
Yeah, but
it's
deserve
so
for
justified.
It to happen.
It's super justified. PPS, Ali, I love you.
We
Ali,
love her too.
Ali actually read this email before, because I had read it already, because I read all the emails before we read them out.
And she was just like, ugh.
And no, Ali also reciprocates the feelings of love.
Aww.
There's a lot of love going on in this podcast. Dara?
We should get them together.
What?
Get them to hook up, man. We could do a matchmaking thing, Yeah, finally get her off your fucking back.
I don't think she's seeing anyone. She hasn't been for quite a while. And then PPPS.
Mm-hmm.
Dara, just fucking watch Trailer Park Boys. It's fucking great.
Okay.
And Roisin is fucking correct. It's one of the best shows of all time. And I never respected Roisin until today when she hit me with that Trailer Park Boys.
Fantastic. Okay, so
I actually do respect Roisin because she's the only friend I have who has cooked a proper dinner for everyone.
Oh yeah.
Like a Sunday roast.
Oh yeah. It's true. Right, Roisin.
So mad respect for being an adult.
My response to your previous point, right, is that of the listeners that we have had on as guests, we've had Barry, who has written into almost every single episode. We've had Ushin, who's written into multiple episodes. We've had Evan, who I'm fairly sure has listened to every episode. And we've had Finn, who was one of the first people to write in to the show. So what was your opening statement in that email, Roisin? Wasn't it something along the lines of first-time writer? Aren't you sacrificing your goddamn privileges, Roisin? Of course we're going to have you on the show. We'll have you on the fucking show.
Of course we will.
Of course we will. We'll get to it. I'm sorry that we haven't yet, but we honestly...
Start thinking of fucking movies.
Yeah, start thinking of movies. We loved having people on the show, and we do enjoy it, but we got a little fucked up of it. We were like, let's kind of get back in the swing of just the two of us
now
remember
with
what that's
with
like.
Filming stuff. We gotta start. We need a better setup, I think. We need to start looking at more equipment.
Yeah.
You also have a mixer, though, so
I have a mixer.
I
have a fancy recording microphone. We could sort something out that way.
You could sit that recording microphone on a table.
And all three of us. I bet we probably could. Yeah,
so that would definitely work.
We'll work on it, Roisin. We would love to have you on the show. Thank you for listening.
Because of the new format, we have to do some logistics tests on how everything works.
Yeah, because we don't even know if this is going to work. We just might
and also our
not
recording studio is
right
in
now.
quite a remote area.
Yeah, it's hard to get out here. Yeah. But we'd be happy to have you on the show.
Yeah.
Eventually. Maybe.
We'll
see.
Maybe.
It depends.
Maybe. Bit too many PS's in there. PPPP.
Sounds like you might kind of just ramble and go on
forever,
which we are not about on this show.
That third PS was so necessary, and thank you for finally being Ali. For Roisin, you and Ali are the only people who back me up, and all of my friends, I'm like, you gotta watch Trailer Park Boys. You love it.
I'll fucking get to it.
Not just you.
You
made me
watch Castlevania.
All of my other friends. All of my other friends too have not watched it, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck? It's so good. It's like the one show.
Okay. That'll
Watch
be my
Trailer Park
motivation
Boys.
for doing it, is so I can beat the other guys there.
then you can join the train of being like, get the fuck
What are you
on
doing,
this.
guys?
Yeah,
God. Yeah.
You get to give out to
definitely.
people.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Watch Trailer Park Boys. It's great. I guess we're in bullshit now.
Oh fuck.
Thank you so much for your email.
Yeah,
Roisin.
thanks for the emails, everyone. We really appreciate that.
Roisin,
If you want to send an
Oisin,
email
which is
to
quite
the
close to
podcast,
Roisin.
yeah, and
It's like
and
one
then
letter
Broshin,
away.
which is
Isn't it?
yeah, yes, it is.
Roisin and then OIS.
Yes,
That's
well
crazy.
done. Anyway, and
That's
then
nuts.
and thank you, Barry, as well.
What a crazy life.
Jesus
Christ. Do you have tuberculosis?
Oh,
What's
do
going
you see
on?
that skill though? That skill though. Didn't even have to stand up.
Do you have your pick? Do you have your
Don't
pick?
need one.
Oh, whoa.
I'm a fucking man. Okay, we doing this?
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4. Bullshit for Brian. Bullshit for Brian. Hair like a lion. A curly haired lion. Bullshit for Brian. Bullshit for Brian. And no, I'm not a lion. Time for bullshit for Brian.
The piano wasn't turned on. I would have hit it. In that case. Oh, it's not in frame. You can't see it. It sucks. I wanted it in the background, so you'd be like, wow, what a musically talented group of boys.
We have this electric guitar just randomly right here beside me.
Yeah, there's other guitars there. I don't
Yeah,
want to
there's
move the
actually-
camera.
there's
I don't want to move the
4
camera because we will
guitars
never frame it
immediately
right
to
again.
my right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and a keyboard right here.
Keyboards
Oh,
here.
Can't see it.
Can't
Can't
see it.
fucking see it.
There it
Hey,
is.
hey,
Oh, it's heavy.
hey, hey. So you wanted to bring some bullshit to the table.
What
this
was
week,
my
didn't you?
bullshit?
I can't remember. It was I stopped paying attention because you said you would do it.
No, we both had bullshit.
No,
this
it
week.
was you.
Oh fuck, dude.
What did you want to talk about?
I can't remember. Oh no.
Oh my god. Oh my good god.
Do you have any bullshit that you could fill time while I try and remember my bullshit?
Oh Jesus, Brian. I mean, what have I
It
got?
was something we talked about earlier.
I know we did. I remember.
This is the problem with filming. It's harder to pause it.
Yeah.
Usually we pause between bullshit and like figure out what it is.
Let me.
So if you're watching this and you're like a first time viewer, just go
Sorry.
listen to a different episode because
No.
it's too late now. They've
They've
already clicked off. God damn it.
Fucking. Okay, here's a bit of bullshit that's like that I can just fill in with, right? It's getting crazy busy at my job because it's coming up to Christmas now. So,
Whoops.
oh my god, it's getting ridiculous. So that's a bit unfortunate for me. And
Is
you
it?
know, it's annoying. It gets annoying, right? But you know what I find weird about it is that a lot of people will buy vapes as Christmas presents for other people who have not made the decision to quit smoking themselves. And I don't think that's a good idea
No.
as a vape salesman, right? I think that you will only...
Quit
the vape
smoking.
will only work if you fucking want to do it. If you come
Yeah.
to the decision yourself, you walk into that shop, I show you how the goddamn thing works, and then you walk out and you're happy-go-lucky. And you know what is really annoying me about it? What the really annoying part of it is that people... We have like a Black November sale on at the moment, and people have already started buying vapes as Christmas presents for
Yeah.
people. And I have now twice this week had people go, yeah, so this is a Christmas present, so it's not actually getting opened until the 25th of December. So can you just make the warranty start then? And I'm like, no, I can't. And they're like, why? And I'm like, because I don't have that goddamn power. Who the fuck do you think I am? I print off the receipt and written on the receipt it says 28 days. It's not my fucking fault that you're buying it 2 months in advance. What am I supposed to do? Because then if the fucking product fails and then they return it and I
Yeah.
have given them permission to do that, that's my fucking fault. So I had to do it for a lady earlier in the week. I told one guy, I was like, no, man, I can't fucking do that. I don't have the power.
You said,
and
get
then
the hell out of my goddamn shop.
Yeah,
Get
and
the
then
fuck out of here.
Then there was another lady who was like, I'm a
ever
good
come in this
customer.
shop
I
again."
come here all the time. And I was like, yeah, I know you are, and I know you do. So I don't know what else to do other than give you the fucking thing. So if that thing, I'm praying that her vape works now because it's my ass. I'm gonna get. I
You're-
won't get much trouble. I'll just get told off a little. But it annoys me because it's like, yeah, I already know that that's a rule. I'm sorry.
Your job
too
your
long.
job is really boring to listen to, and I've remembered my bullshit.
Okay,
Which is
hit
about
me.
real issues
Well, go and do
Real
that
life
while I change
issues
into your Daz vest.
that are happening right now. Detective Pikachu.
Oh fuck yeah!
they came out and they gave they came out and gave a trailer. What the fuck kind of sentence is that? You goddamn idiot.
Oh.
You fucking idiot, Brian. Yeah, the trailer for Detective Pikachu came out. Pikachu is played by Ryan Reynolds, who is not Danny DeVito.
No, that's a big problem.
You're just about audible, I think.
Whatever, I'm back. Oh.
Purely just so you can flex.
It's too warm in here.
I'm in a t-shirt. I'm still in a t-shirt.
I have stated multiple times on this show that it is always too warm in this fucking gaff. Sometimes I'll go shirtless halfway through the show.
I don't think my house is too cold. I think your house. I don't think my house is too warm. I think your house is too cold.
My house is too cold. My house doesn't have any oil. But I'm working on it.
We just got
I've paid
oil.
the fucking money. Now
yeah, we just got our oil.
For it now.
This is good when the oil comes in and you're like, oh man, just turn the heating on. Like,
yeah.
Especially because, like, usually when we're not recording, like, the heating is nice. Because it's cold now. It's cold weather.
Yeah.
So, like, when you get the oil in and then it's like, let's just turn the fucking heating on all day. And then you're like, don't.
Excessive.
Let's not do that. That's
Yeah.
excessive.
Yeah.
We'll put it on from, like, 5 to 9.
Yeah, because I'm paying €60
then you're
for
good.
this fucking oil. I'm going to make sure that it lasts.
Yeah.
Right, I want to make that shit last all winter.
How big is your oil tank?
It's a big yolk in the back.
Is it like a big green thing?
Yeah.
Compared to mine.
Yeah. Say it's about the same size.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you'll be good for quite a while.
Yeah, hopefully. Because my house is freezing. And Roisin can attest to that. All my friends can. Anyone who's been in my house
Yeah,
recently.
I slept on your couch. It's
whew.
Also, there was no pillows or anything. I just slept on your couch.
Yeah. I know. I need to invest in some.
No, it's fine. Your couch is fine.
Yeah. It's grand.
Because
It's
usually
not so
when
bad.
I go to a friend's house, I'm like, I'm giving up a night of comfortable. Because the only place I'm ever going to sleep 100% comfortably is my own bed. Like that's just how I am.
I don't even sleep comfortably in my own bed most of the time.
I have like a cover over my mattress that's like memory foam.
No.
So it's like memory foam without being too sinky because it's got a mattress underneath it and it's fucking perfect. I have those fleece blankets. I make sure that my sleep is...
Sounds sweaty.
No, it isn't.
Sweaty as balls. I sweat a lot now. I sweat a lot more than I used to, especially now that I have put on a little bit of weight. I think that the extra me is creating more friction and more fucking sweat.
Fuck Detective Pikachu. Ryan Reynolds is basically just being Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu.
We've all seen the trailer. We all think it looks weird.
It looks weird. Some of the Pokemon designs look really weird. Pikachu's really cute though, I think.
Really cute. Jigglypuff freaks me
But
the fuck out.
I think Pikachu is one of those character designs like Spider-Man.
Yeah, great design.
Just unbelievable, timeless
Fantastic.
design.
Yeah.
Pikachu is always cute.
Oh yeah. Even
Spider-Man,
with Danny DeVito's voice coming from.
Spider-Man is always cute. Oh no, Pikachu with Danny DeVito's voice is so much cuter than Pikachu with Ryan Reynolds'
funnier.
voice.
So much
Pikachu
funnier.
being like, "Hey, it's me, Deadpool."
If you are listening, if you are watching this and you have not seen the Danny DeVito cut of the Detective Pikachu trailer, do yourself a favor and check that shit out.
It's fucking hilarious.
It's
just
hysterical.
clips from him as Frank.
Yeah, I know,
but
and
the
it's
voice
always sunny.
Suits
so much better, man.
It's
so
so
much
funny.
better. Yeah.
And there was a petition going around before, like this was the whole thing. Detective Pikachu was an anime.
It was an anime?
Or no, a game. It was a game.
Yeah.
And there was a voice actor for Pikachu, and people were like, "Get fucking Danny DeVito to do it, because it would be dope." And then a petition happened, and then they didn't get Danny DeVito, and they asked Danny DeVito at Comic-Con, and he was like, "What's a Pikachu?" Fuck is that? which is hilarious.
Classic old as fuck, man.
Did you see him tweet at that school? There was a high school in America who had like a secret. There was like construction going on or something. Okay. So there's like a secret corridor behind a bathroom. You have to go through a hole in the wall.
Okay.
And it's all derelict. And so they like a bunch of students went in there and made a shrine to Danny DeVito. And he tweeted at them and was like, "Your shrine warms my heart."
Oh, that's delightful.
And had a big thing. He's like,
what a
"I'm so
lovely
full
man."
of love. And he's like, "I'm so full of love. Remember to look after the environment and stuff." Danny DeVito's a goddamn saint.
Now Danny DeVito. I was talking about this when Stan Lee died. I'll be really fucking sad when he dies.
Oh yeah,
Stanley.
I don't like. All right, I get people care about Stanley.
Stanley is one of those people that every now and then, when he was alive, every now and then you'd see a picture of him at something and you'd be like, "Whoa, you are still alive."
Stanley is goddamn old and alive. Yeah. So when Stanley died, I was kind of like, okay, yeah, that was gonna. He was 95.
Yeah.
It's sad because like I always kind of just thought Stan Lee would be around forever. He's like one of those old men.
Yeah.
But then
you seem like infinitely old.
Like Danny DeVito's like 70 something. But when and it's gonna happen in my lifetime unless some horrible accident happens at some point. Danny DeVito is probably gonna die in my life. I'm gonna be legit.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
There's very few times where I'm like legit sad. Mr. Leahy, from Trailer Park
Yeah,
Boys.
you mentioned this a lot.
John Dunsworth, I think is his name. I'm really sorry if it's not. I've had a few beers. I'm having trouble remembering. But they end the last season. Not the last season. There's another season coming out. But they end the most recent season with just John Dunsworth, like behind the scenes.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, you got to leave behind something. And whatever. And he just does a little like monologue. And it's so like I cried at the end of that season.
Yeah.
It wasn't particularly a good season of Trailer Park Boys. That show gets worse as it goes on.
Oh great. Now you've really sold me on it.
But the first fucking 10 seasons are great though. That show is just really old. But then when John Dunsworth died, that like legit hit
Got
me
you there.
like, right
Got
there.
you there.
Danny DeVito will be the same.
Yeah.
Stan Lee didn't. I'm just not a comics guy. I felt sad for other people.
David Bowie got me weirdly.
David Bowie got me a little
when
bit
I was, which was weird because when he died, I wasn't that into David Bowie. But I think when he died, I suddenly remembered when I was a kid and I loved David Bowie, and I was like, "Oh fuck, wow, he's just gone." That was pretty sudden.
Pitbull. That's one that'll get me.
When Pitbull dies.
When Pitbull dies.
When Mr. Worldwide dies.
When Mr. Worldwide dies.
That's gonna catch you right there.
Here.
I think I'm gonna
be saying an L. I'm gonna be saying an L Dale when he goes.
Have you heard Bo Burnham's Pitbull song?
No,
it's
I
so
bet it's fucking
hilarious.
Yeah.
What happened was he only ever did it for one comedy show, and there's only like shitty phone recording footage of it.
Oh, that's.
But what happened was Pitbull was supposed to play this like college ball thing. He was supposed to show up and play it, but he broke his hand, so he cancelled the gig, and so they got Bo Burnham instead. And he's talked about it in interviews, being like, yeah, so I showed up being like, okay, these guys bought tickets for Pitbull, they're getting me, gonna be a little peeved, right? So he opens with a song that's like, oh Pitbull, we don't understand, 'cause you're not deaf, so why do you have to rap and use your hand? It's fucking great. It's really funny. It's a good one. Check it out.
Oh yeah, for ages I followed Pitbull on Twitter, and he's a Latinx man. Yeah, he's saying Spanish words and Portuguese, not Portuguese. I don't know. I'm sorry, they're too similar for me to get the difference.
No, that's that one where it's like bum 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 bum.
But
uno, dos, tres.
That's Spanish,
something.
I think.
Yeah, yes, it is. I know that.
But
did you not see Handy Manny?
No, I don't. I've never had younger kids. And
up,
Handy
jump
Manny
in.
was after
Come
me.
on, let's go. Up,
So
up,
you've had younger
See,
siblings?
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
Once I grew out
Brian's
of shit,
lonely.
that's gone.
No.
I'm not lonely.
Yeah, he's got me.
My parents were like, "Oh yeah, shit. You want an Xbox for Christmas? Cool. That's fine.
That'll keep you company.
Yeah.
These video game characters.
See, did you get an Xbox for Christmas? No, because your parents had to buy presents for fucking 3 kids.
Yeah, because they were busy buying an Xbox for the other one, the one they really loved.
Yeah. I'm the only one they can possibly love. They're stuck with me.
They love me. Your parents love me.
Yeah, they're gonna buy you an Xbox for Christmas. I'm gonna get nothing. But yeah, for ages I would read his tweets and be like, "Who the fuck is Dale?"
What is that, a Spanish word?
He signs off all his tweets with Dale, which is like a Spanish thing, but it's spelled D-A-L-E. And he would like do a tweet, and then at the end he would just have Dale with an exclamation mark, and I would be like, "Who the fuck is Dale?" Like,
that's hilarious.
Turns out I'm just ignorant.
I know you want me.
Oh, dude, fucking Pitbull songs.
I know you want me. What's the other one?
Biggity Boy's a diggity dog.
Biggity Boy's a diggity dog. Biggity
dog.
Twerking in the bras of tongues. Timber. What a fucking shit song.
It's going down.
What
I'm yelling timber.
Sonic. Oh, Jesus.
Fucking classic. Kesha's always kind of been gross, right?
We talked about her recently.
Did we? On the podcast?
No, not on the podcast. No.
Oh, okay.
She had
Well,
a
let's
weird
not
thing.
talk about
She had a
it.
weird, sad thing. Poor Kesha.
Kesha's great though. That song's amazing. Timber
Awful
is
song.
fantastic.
Awful song. You know what fucking Kesha
You know what's
song
a great
I've
song?
always hated?
What's that?
Is the
Wake Up.
TikTok.
Oh,
TikTok.
yes.
Tick tock on the clock, and the party won't stop. Yeah. Oh. Awful. Fucking awful
we've
song.
got the video now.
Yeah.
You can see how little of a fuck we give by the end of this episode.
yeah, absolutely. That song is terrible, though. It's Jesus Christ. And do you know what really bothered me about that song at the time when it came out as well? Was that my little cousin loved it. And she was, like, young at the time. Like, quite young. I'd say, like 12 or 13. And it's all about... That song is about alcoholism, if you ask me.
Is that the one where she's like,
Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy and, like, brush my teeth with gin because I have a problem.
No, but brush your teeth with, like, Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
I think it's a bottle of Jack or something.
Yeah.
She said. But I've really gotten into new metal bands or like early 2000s like metal bands doing covers of emotional songs.
Okay.
So like Limp Bizkit, Behind Blue Eyes. My Way played in the gym the other day, and that got me back into like a Limp Bizkit craze.
Oh God!
But
that's funny
behind
because at the
Behind
time
Blue
we
Eyes,
commented on how ridiculous it was they were playing fucking Limp Bizkit.
Yeah. Oh, they played In the End by Linkin Park at one point, which seems like a terrible gym song. Because the chorus
play some
goes,
weird gym
the chorus
songs.
goes, I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end it doesn't even
Yeah,
matter. Which is not a song you want to
You're
hear
there just
when
going-
you're lifting weights. And you're like, what's the fucking point? Another really good one is Disturbed's Sound of Silence.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah,
Christ.
I'm going to play that for you after that. It's fucking hilarious.
My favorite gym song that we've heard recently.
The best thing about Disturbed Sound of Silence is if you go down into the comments,
Yeah.
everyone's like, they brought a new emotional edge to this song. And it's
Oh
amazing.
Jesus!
Never has
Christ.
anyone sang this good.
Fuck's sake!
I commented on it because I do that now on YouTube.
No, yeah.
Because like, who the fuck cares? I'm not going to use that account, so I might as well just comment stuff that will get replies. So I commented like, "This sucks. This dude can't sing." LOL.
Just to ruffle the owl feathers.
just
to really get in there and
replies.
mix it up. My favorite song that they've played in the gym recently is that one that's like, late night sex, so wet, so tired, we can pop bottles all night, baby. It's really bad, but there's
it's
better
good, though.
versions of that song that exist, which is pretty cool.
You just said it's really bad, and I said, yeah, it's good though. I like that song.
Yeah.
Because it's so early 2000s.
It's so
I love
early 2000s. It's
shit.
like obnoxiously early 2000s.
You know how people are like, I'm really into the 80s because that's when I came up. I'm really into them. I'm a 90s kid. I'm an 80s kid. I'm an early 2000s kid, man. You give me that. Oh, shit, dude. What's that song? What's that fucking song? Take a look at my girlfriend. She's the only one I got.
Ba-da-da-da. Yeah,
That's
I remember that one.
Fucking classic.
Yeah. Since we last spoke, a
bad joke. But mama, I fell in love again. I've listened to it pretty recently, so the words are I've been listening to a lot of Slipknot lately, like their first two albums. Terrible.
Christina P had a good joke about Slipknot.
I didn't like that special.
No,
Thinking back on it, I didn't think it was that funny.
I thought it was pretty funny.
I thought
quite
a lot of her
liked it.
punchlines.
But we watched it in the wrong order. We watched
Yeah.
Joey Diaz's one and then Christina P's. These are two specials that are half an hour long on the new Netflix show, The Degenerates.
Joey Diaz's
It's hysterical.
is straight
it's really
problematic.
fucking good. Yeah, it is very problematic.
It's fucking like the
Yeah.
shit that he says. I'm like, how are we not currently boycotting Joey Diaz?
Yeah.
Like, how is he not cancelled? Because like the shit he says on that special is so offensive.
It's called The Degenerates.
But it's fucking hilarious though.
It is hilarious. But I thought Christina P's half hour was
I
good.
don't like Christina. I do like Christina P. I watch their podcast all the time, and I think
Yeah.
she's really funny on that. And like, I
You
love
weren't mad
her.
about Mother Superior either,
didn't
and I
think
quite liked that.
Mother Inferior was
Mother Inferior, rather.
particularly
Yeah,
good
I
either.
quite liked that as well.
I thought
think
in The
she's, I think she's
Degenerates,
good.
a lot of her jokes revolved around her doing a funny voice.
Yeah, she does. She does do that
And it
kind of shit
doesn't
a
work
bit.
for me.
Yeah, because you know what the problem is for me with that is that she doesn't have that funny voice.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I just think I don't know what it is really about her.
But also she's got like a really bad rap on the podcast that they do.
Yeah.
Your Mom's House,
Yeah.
which is really funny as well.
Mm.
She's got a really bad rap by the fans on that, I think, lately.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, she's super fucking not like she's a fucking drag and whatever. But like she was really heavily pregnant for the last like 3 months and just had a kid.
Yeah. Say she's probably pretty fucking hormonal.
Yeah, she's probably feeling pretty shit right now. Like that.
Say so.
If you're gonna be a bit of a drag, that's like pretty much the best excuse you have.
By the way, she is heavily pregnant in that Netflix special.
She's a fan of Ali Wong.
Yeah, yeah.
She
it's
says
pretty
at the
funny.
start.
It's pretty funny. She's sort of like rubbing the belly, and she's like, "So you can see, I'm a huge fan of Ali Wong." It's a guy. I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. I like.
I
Christina
enjoyed
Pig.
it. I just wouldn't.
You wouldn't put it on.
I'm
again.
not a big fan of her comedy.
No.
But I like her on on like her podcast, and I think she's a great person.
Yeah, that's
She's
fair.
very
I like her comedy.
She's really good on Joe
I think
Rogan.
she's pretty
Actually,
funny
as well.
She is good on Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, she is. Yeah. No, I like her. I'm a big fan. Keep doing what you're doing, Christina P. Keep being funny. Keep being a funny lady with massive
Do we have anything
tits.
else to talk about?
Let's see.
Surely we
have
do.
anything
I'm
else
kind
to
of in
talk
the
about?
zone right now. I want.
Oh yeah.
I want to get into
Yeah.
more shit.
You want to keep fucking.
Well, I'm nearly
busting
finished
it
my
out?
beer, so. But we can hit 2 hours. We could take a break and hit 2 hours.
I mean, we could.
Yeah, we could
You wanna
take
do
a
that?
quick break and then
Quick break.
we'll get to 2 hours. Not because we have to, but because I feel like we can.
Okay.
I feel like
Fuck
we've
it.
got more stuff to talk about. We'll be right back. All right, we're recording again. I'm going to do a clap test.
Clap. We're back.
Diggity boys, diggity dog.
So, we tried to think of some stuff to talk about during the break.
Just 'cause
all we
I
could think
gotta
about.
finish this beer, Dara.
All we could think about was the fact that Brian. Now you guys can see how excessively he drinks on this show. So that's
Yeah.
a thing. I'm glad that everyone's filled in
See,
on that
look,
now.
I
It's
don't-
not just a
see,
joke that I'm making offhand.
It
It's
looks
like
really
an actual
bad
thing.
because you only used to hang out with me on the Saturdays where we film this show. Problem is, that's a Saturday. And I like to have a few drinks on a Saturday. That's just how I... Because the rest of the week is so depressing that you just got to have something to look forward to. Not really. But I don't drink during the week at all. And it just happens to be...
That's not true. It's not true. I'm part of the same group chat as you. You know that, right? Like
Yeah.
I receive the messages you send.
I
drunk
drink a
during
little
the
bit.
week.
I drank a little bit on Thursday.
Mm.
Not a lot.
Yeah.
I drank last night a good bit because Ali was back from college and we have a few drinks together. And then tonight it's the podcast. I like to drink get a
Whether you're drinking much or not at all, you do drink during the week.
I'm
It cannot be
23. It's
stated-
not going to bother me
Cannot be
yet.
stated that that is not a thing that happens.
Not
It is
going to be a
definitely
problem
thing
until
that
I'm like
happens.
fucking
and also,
40.
I can tell in the group chat. I can tell by the content of the messages you're sending whether you're drunk or not. You don't have to tell me anymore. I can tell.
Sometimes the problem is I'll send a message and be like, no one replied. And now I have another thing that I want to talk about. And I just end up sending like a bunch of messages over the night. And last night was one of those nights where I just think of another thing that was like funny or interesting to me and like stick that in there as well. So it looks like I'm just desperate.
Yeah, but no, that's not the giveaway when you're drunk. It's the sass. You achieve a new level of sass when you're drunk.
Hell yeah.
That's what it is. And
I'm a
it's
sassy man.
always perfectly spelled, right? Because when you're young, you know, when we were all young, and like I remember when I was young, I had like girlfriends at the time trying to convince me they were drunk over text and stuff, or trying to like overplay how drunk they were, and they'd be like misspelling shit and stuff. You don't do that. You still type everything perfectly.
Yeah, I type
but
really
there's
well.
just a
I'm-
fucking edge to everything you're saying.
I'm super-
one like totally unnecessary edge. You're just hyper aggressive.
I will say though, I will say the last
Nothing.
the last few nights where I've been drinking and talking in the group chat, it's been like me and Finn.
Yeah.
And nobody else, and we have like a really long conversation that's like really nice and fun.
I had a really long conversation with you and Finn while you were both drinking
Yeah,
the other night, and I was not. I just couldn't sleep.
but also this is a weird flex, but I just want to kind of throw it out there. I do type everything 100% grammatically correct. I take pride in the fact that, and like to the point where I'll correct myself.
Yeah.
And even if it still reads fine, if there's a grammatical error in there, I'll like throw that in and be like, I know that this was an error. Because I have perfect grammar. I do.
Just in case you all think I'm fucking thick.
Just in case you think I'm a goddamn idiot.
We don't think you're thick, Brian. We just think you're drunk.
If you've listened to the last 25, 24 episodes of this podcast, probably do think I'm a bit of an idiot. Give me the vape.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was the one thing we thought we could talk about. Oh, another thing is that last night I found out, accidentally, that...
I'm your dad. I've always wondered, son.
When you would find out. No, Tim Curry
Yes.
plays Rooster in the 1982 film Annie. I didn't know that. I watched that film all the fucking time when I was a kid.
Same.
Turns out it was
They
fucking
always put
Tim
it on
Curry.
in Crash.
Yeah. My granddad just had a tape of it. My granddad who lived in Dublin.
I used to go to
He would
Crash.
put it on all the
They
time.
used to put on Annie the whole fucking time.
I loved Annie. I thought it was
hated it.
great. I loved it. I loved the music.
Because
I loved Rooster. Rooster was really cool. That's the thing. As a character, he's a really cool, sleazy, slimy guy. Turns out, played by Tim Curry.
Yeah.
No wonder he was such a good fucking character.
I used to go to after school, like Crash, because both my parents worked and I was an only child. I used to,
Unloved, yeah, go on.
I was unloved as a child, yes. And I used to go to Crash. And see, the thing is, we would watch Dragon Ball Z would come out every day. Every weekday, the new episode would come out, and it was right in the middle of the Cell saga. When they're fighting Cell.
Oh.
Dara, Cell saga is like the best saga, okay? It's like the best one.
Okay.
There's a new Dragon Ball Z movie coming out, or a Dragon Ball Super movie coming out. We're gonna watch it on this.
Of course we are.
Broly's in it. He's cool.
Because God forbid we do anything that isn't Japanese. Brian.
All right. So really quick, just while we're having this argument right here, right now.
Oh, here we go.
When's the last time you were like, "Hey, I have a movie for this week's episode"?
Oh no, never. But also, you know, when was the last time you were like?
Hang on. Not only when was the last time have you had a movie for next week's? When was the last time you said like, "Oh, I'll edit this one," or "I'll upload this one," or "I'll do the picture"? You did the picture for a long time.
Yeah, I did the picture.
You should do the picture
week
tonight.
to week.
You
I would like to,
yeah,
but for what it's worth, I don't upload the fucking episode because I don't have your fucking supercomputer, Brian.
I have
We've
to deal with
discussed
that.
this
It's not my
multiple
supercomputer;
times.
it's my poor internet
It is-
that I have to deal with.
Yeah, well, my internet is worse, as you can attest.
You're in town. Your internet might be better.
No, it's not. You know my internet sucks. Because it just doesn't connect sometimes.
No,
sometimes it
that's
just straight up
not-
won't connect. Sometimes the connection will just go halfway through me using it.
That's because one of your housemates hates me.
No.
and
Happens
doesn't
to me
let me
too.
into
That
the-
froze.
Okay. What does that mean? The playback on the video thing froze, and we're not sure what that means.
Do you want to pause the recording?
Yeah, we'll pause the recording. We'll be right back just after we figure out what's going on. All right, we're back.
That was weird.
That was weird. It just the picture-y thing froze.
So who knows? Maybe this just won't work. Maybe we'll after all this
This
talk,
might be
you
an
just
audio
will
episode,
not be
yeah.
able to see us. But
It won't
kind
be.
of
I will
funny.
do. I know how to video edit.
I feel like
I'll
that
do
would
my
just
very
be that would
best.
be the ultimate version of you saying you're gonna put up a picture of a thing and then not doing it.
Oh yeah, shit! I never took a note of the time.
Of course you didn't.
Ah,
of course you
fuck.
didn't. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh wait,
doesn't
we'll be
matter.
able to see
Fuck
though
it.
when I do this.
Yeah.
We'll be able to see when I
Yeah.
do that because I did that. So what else do we have to talk about?
What were we talking about? What were we talking about? Just
I was talking about how you don't pull your weight in this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
You goddamn
Yeah.
fucking leech.
Yeah. Well, for what it's worth, I have edited the podcast. I did it one time. It took hours and hours and hours because my laptop
'Cause you're a
is
goddamn
not
idiot who
built
can't
for
edit.
this shit. Because my laptop isn't built for this shit, Brian.
This week though, after this, I'm gonna get you to do the thumbnail
Yeah.
because you haven't tried. I actually fucking bought Photoshop to do those now.
Yeah. So
That's
I'll
the
give
reason-
that a go. I'd love
like,
to because
so-
I love doing those pictures. It was great crack.
The thing is,
It was actually
you
one of my
did them.
favorite parts of the show.
You did them, but then I got Photoshop and video editing software just because I wanted to get it for other projects. Whoa! And they came in a pack. So I've been doing the pictures for the last few episodes because I really like using Photoshop. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, but I really liked
But
editing
I didn't
those
want to
pictures.
take that. I felt bad taking
Yeah.
it away from you.
Yeah, it was like the one thing I contributed week to week.
So you can
Aside
just,
from my
you can
time.
just do it for the
Yeah.
thumbnail this week.
Yeah, that'd be great crack. I would very much enjoy that.
Yeah. How have you felt about the video episode? How has it
It's
changed
weird,
how
man.
you... I keep trying not to like.
Not to look.
No, but also I don't want to
keep-
not look because I feel like that's weird too.
I keep looking and then being like, you look weird or your hair looks weird or something, and then I try to fix myself and then I'm like, you look vain. You're looking really vain. It's weird.
I wonder.
So now I'm just trying not to think about
This
it.
might be an
I'm trying
episode.
to only look at the camera so that I can address the people
Fucking watching you.
who are watching you.
Fucking, we can see you. See my eyes? They're looking right at your eyes. Yeah.
What's up?
You're fucking done, kiddo.
We're coming for you. Translation lost coming for you.
Translation lost. Gonna bomb a hospital.
It's been weird. The video episode's been a bit weird, but I like it.
Yeah,
I
I'm
like
probably gonna actually watch this one back and see what the stories. I like our.
I'd say we probably
It's
our little set that we
our
set
little
up.
set.
It's nice. I'd say we probably won't do this for every episode, but it'd be a cool thing to keep in mind for like episodes when we will have guests and stuff.
I built this.
You know, you did.
My own
Yeah,
fair hands.
congratulations. Yeah.
Ali, our researcher, got it for me for Christmas. Don't know why. Don't know why she got it. My
I
birthday.
built
Sorry.
this with my bare
I
hands.
don't know why she got it for me because we're just co-workers. She didn't
kind
get
of
Dara
weird and
anything for
inappropriate.
my birthday.
Yeah,
It was weird.
Yeah.
It was.
She got me that little Batmobile from Japan. It's dope. I love it. Thank you.
I remember when she bought that, and I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, we have to buy stuff for our friends." Because before that, I had just been buying shit for me, and
Yeah, because you suck. I know. Yeah.
yeah, because I'm a terrible human who went to Japan, and I was like, "I'm just gonna buy a bunch of shit for myself because that's why I have this bad boy here came from Japan. This bad boy over here came from Japan. All of these little bad boys here came from Japan. This little
Including
town.
the sexy Statue of Liberty, which is my personal
Sexy
favorite.
Statue of Liberty.
Because we got to keep it. There's got to be some.
Gotta keep it
element
sexy,
of,
like
yeah,
like
a
me
little
and
bit
Dara.
of-
And now that you are watching the video version, you
now
can
that
see
I'm in a vest.
you can see how we are very sexy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. This is just some paper.
I've been eating a lot of chocolate. Okay, we've hit 2 hours. So we
have
pretty
hit 2
much
hours,
done.
and we're kind of just
We're waffling
filibustering
now.
at
Yes.
this point.
If you want to get in touch with the show, you can email us at
we
translation.
should have said that
Yeah, I
during
know,
the
and I
emails.
tried to, and you cut
Shit.
me off, you motherfucker.
You should have kept trying.
I forgot immediately.
Fuck.
So, you can reach us at translationlostpodcast@gmail.com, or you can find us on Facebook at Translation Lost Podcast or at TLostPod on Twitter. We are Translation Lost, and we
Yeah.
will be better at this next week.
We will be better at this next week.